Here we go. Hello, everybody. Hi. How are you all doing?
Hi,
It is Sunday. It
Hello.
is Some Other Heroes Day. Welcome to this wonderfully welcoming and friendly stream, which is a Dungeons and Dragons adventure with these amazing queer dungeoneers playing 5th edition. It's set in a homebrew world of skyships and floating islands and strange magics and deep mysteries. My name is Chris. I use he, him. I have the honour and joy of being the producer and main storyteller for this, our ongoing campaign. And with me are my cast of wonderful fellow queer dungeoneers who will all introduce themselves. And I'm going to go clockwise by the stream, which means that next is Charlie.
Oh my god. Hello, I'm Charlie. I use she, her, and so does Aisling, my Saw Warlock, Satyr, fluffy, glorious chaos bundle of hooves and madness.
Yes, absolutely. Who I had a complete moment the other week of just like Catherine Tate as Donna Noble, and it was perfect and exactly everything that I wanted from that moment.
I didn't realise I must have channeled. I'm very method, you see.
Very, very method. Michelle, would you go second, please?
Yes. Hi, everyone. I'm Michelle. My pronouns are she, her, as are my character Skia, my stabby rogue ranger, dancer, other names.
All sorts of things. She's a lady of many, many talents.
Yeah.
A Renaissance
Multiple skills.
woman.
Renaissance
Yes.
woman, mostly
She can't
involving.
be stopped.
Yes,
And
she
an
won't be
Empire
stopped.
kid.
Yeah, and she is an Empire kid. Speaking of Empire kids, Wayne, would you go next, please?
Sure. Hi, everybody. I am Wayne. My pronouns are he, him, as is my character's, well, mostly. And I shall be playing the Dragonborn Bard, Paladin, theatrical, thespian, non-dramatic, calm and collected Dragonborn.
Dragonborn.
Oh yeah, his name's Rock.
We're naming it this week.
Nailed it. Absolutely brilliant. Well done.
I am slick.
You are absolutely. You are a professional. So we salute you.
Professional what is up for debate.
And finally, last but never least, Theo.
Hello, I'm Theo, and I use they, them pronouns, and I will be playing Eugene, the half-elf wizard. He's just a little guy.
He is just a little guy, just
It's
a
his
man,
first
just
day.
just an innocent man.
Oh no, it's not his first day.
It's not his
We're
first
not
day
reliving
anymore.
that again.
Brilliant. Before we dive into the episode, we have a few quick announcements to get through. The first is it is Mother's Day in the UK. So as a cast, we just wanted to say a huge thank you to all the mothers, all the female patriarchs, all the people acting in motherly fashion. Your love and attention and joy really helps everyone around in your life. You are very special, and of course you deserve a day at least. if not
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
So-
The mums and the chosen family mum figures
Exactly.
for you.
Indeed.
And hi, mum. Love you, mum. Got one at the beginning as well, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Hi, Charlie's mum.
There you go.
Hi, Charlie's
Happy
mum.
Mother's Day, Charlie's
Hi,
mum.
Charlie's mum.
And hi, Michelle's mum, who we have been informed drops by for the introduction. To
Hi,
see-
Michelle's
No
mum.
way.
Hi, Michelle's
Hey,
mum.
Michelle's mum. See, I told you. I put out a thing months ago saying that this is the most popular D&D stream on the internet, in brackets, watched by mums. And I'm right.
It is.
It is.
Mums love us.
Mums
Mums
It
do
is.
love us. Beloved by mothers.
beloved by mothers, and we love.
Despite the profanity.
Oh, I'm also forwarding. My mum says hello, Michelle's mum. So there's now
Oh.
communication within.
Mumception.
This is
Get the mum
This is
group
the
chat
real
going.
mum's net. This is the real.
I
mum's
appreciate you being here, but this is not Mum's Net.
net. No, it's the real one. This is the proper one.
This is what it should
Amazing.
be. Yeah, business to business, mum to mum.
Excellent.
It's the alternative group to 1 million mums. It's just called Two Mums.
And some great dungeoneers. Our second shout out, says Chris, trying to get some focus. Our second shout out is to our wonderful, wonderful mods, Bespectacle Man and Hedgehawk UK. You will see them around in chat. If you see anything suspicious, anything that worries you, or anything that upsets you, please give them a whisper. They are amazing people. They're really friendly.
Unless it's from the cast, in which case just ignore it.
Yeah. We try and catch all the bots and the problem makers when we can. We try and keep this a safe space and a welcoming community, but we're aware that some people have a problem with that. So we have a couple of really great mods who have huge ban hammers, just in case. Our next shout out is for a few people around the internet, and we're going to start today with Forest of Law. Forest of Law is a TTRPG stream based in Australia with amazing cast of LGBTQIA+ players, and who stretch beyond their borders and play some fun games both in their homebrew world and some other guest streams. Dal and Lane often get up and come and share some space with us. They are amazing people, stay up late, come and spend some time with us. Crazies. We love them for it. We always love sharing this space with them, and we always love seeing them. So we would like you to go and give them some support as well, because they are great people. Second shout out is for Dice and a Slice. Dice and a Slice is the only D&D podcast powered by baked goods. Join Josh, Alicia, Tom and Jazz as they continue their nautical themed adventures through Josh's homebrew world of piratical adventures. It's really, really good. It's very, very interesting at the moment. They are just planning and working their way up to a prison break, which should be fascinating to watch. They totally have a really good plan. I'm certain it's all going to go exactly right, because that always happens in Dungeons and Dragons.
Nothing will go wrong.
Nothing will go wrong. It'll all be fine. And our third shout out is for Misadventurers League, who have a shout out at the moment. They have just started a casting call for their next TTRPG, which is going to be based on Cyberpunk Red. Come and join for some neon punk aesthetic, some dark future storytelling,
Some
and
Blade Runner
just
realness.
some real Blade Runner realness. I'm very excited by that. It's a great system and it's a great setting. So if you've played CD Projekt Red's Cyberpunk, or if you have watched Blade Runner, or if you have enjoyed things like Altered Carbon, they are all same sort of genre. So it's really worth kind of keeping an eye on that. And if you want to play, pop along to their Twitter, their Discord, or their Instagram, and look out for their casting call. Should be a really good one. We're excited for them. So, I think that's everything. Is there anything I forgot? Or anyone I've forgotten? Nope, casters are all shaking their head. That's a good sign. In which case, just leaves me to drop the titles. And we're back. Which just leaves me to say, previously on Some Other Heroes. Our four friends have returned to Clouds Cairn, having finished their adventures for now in the golden city of the elves, Nudoan, finding their home city of Clouds Cairn besieged by former enemies of theirs, the Meragon, who had come to right a wrong that they apparently had placed upon Parshkik's Chosen, hunting them under false pretenses. Some strange and difficult negotiations with an Arcanoloth representing them, and their friend Rebecca Ryder at their side. The Chosen have negotiated a permanent truce with the Meragon. In addition, the Meragon... See, even Hiccup is excited by that prospect.
Mm-hmm.
The Meragon will aid Parshik's Chosen 4 times, sending up to 10 legionnaires to assist them with situations involving their defense or fighting monsters on their behalf. Following on from that, an exchange of information whereby Parshik's Chosen got to ask some questions directly of the Legion, and vice versa. The Legion's primary interest on finding out how and where the demon Igith the Cackler was defeated by these 4 adventurers. In return, Parshik's Chosen actually asked some very cool, very interesting questions of their own, finding out more about what the legions knew about the new god, the Dragon King, about the worm that devours one of their enemies, and about how to go about killing a god, among other things. Information transferred, an agreement signed. The Arcanoloth and the Meragon withdrew from the city, leaving you all to ponder what you have just gone through. So, you are back inside the mansion. Rebecca has not long left. It's been a long day, but I would imagine it's probably about early evening still. Tythig has recalled all of the currently present research team. They are currently working away, just updating notes to kind of take the Meragon out of the equation on information that they have, and add the notes of what you discovered from the Dark Mask, the head of the Legionnaires. You are not left to your own devices so much as kind of allowed time to breathe, because you literally landed in this situation and have been dealing with it since you got here. Is there anything you'd like to do, or anyone you'd like to talk to? Presently, Toby's around, Tythig's around, Bonnie is about, Riskarith, and her name has just gone out of my head because that's where my brain is today, but the young Fey princess, the daughter of the Unseelie Queen, is also around.
Yeah.
God, I can't remember her name either.
I've got it written down somewhere.
I mean, there's a lot of them now in this research team.
So many.
Can Aisling hang out with Toby and just, like, chat shit?
Yeah, I think Toby actually kind of needs a little bit of that as well. Just simply because that was... I think you all forget that even though Toby's quite powerful, they are quite inexperienced. And that was a lot. And that's like... I mean, this is a Toby comes from the Forest of Malwind, and you've seen some of the creatures there, but they are nothing like an entity like the Meragon, who can just come at will into the material plane and cause shit.
Would my passive perception 18 pick up on some of that, or would you?
Oh yeah, I don't. Also, I think it's fair to say that Toby is such an open person that they don't hide their thoughts on this.
Oh, okay.
Like, you probably catch them talking to Bonnie, who's like kind of quite a motherly figure, and saying, I didn't enjoy that, and I didn't like them, and I didn't like it that they were in the city, and I didn't like that everyone looked so helpless, and it made me angry and frightened, and Bonnie just kind of, it's okay, these are all very valid feelings, but what would you tell someone if you found them experiencing it? You can see them kind of doing the maths in their head, like, and they kind of step back and then they kind of, you see them counting things around the room, and then they go list out to Bonnie all their feelings and what was good about it and what was bad about it, and then Bonnie kind of calls you in because she needs to kind of break off to do some other things, and she just feels like Toby needs somebody with them at the moment.
You alright, bud?
I'm better. I'm better. Yes, I'm better. But
What
no,
do
I'm
you
not happy.
What do you need? What do you need?
I think I need to do something fun.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
We can figure it out.
Yeah.
Let's go see what's unattended. Can they go to the kitchen and try and make potions?
Yeah, Kath has come back by this point as well, and is pottering around trying to make food for people. And I think
Right.
you initially start to make potions, and it ends up being you start cutting ingredients because Kath needs you to do things.
Man,
And
trying to do crimes and we get roped into chores? Oh, fuck. Fine.
And worse off, somehow it ends up being your idea.
Kath, you wily woman.
Cat's been around the block a few times.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Well, we're having fun with it because we're fine about at the same time,
Yeah,
and I'm just trying to
absolutely.
distract Toby.
That's cute.
Skia, this is the first time you've met a lot of these people.
Yeah.
Bonnie, like you, is a tiefling. She is a handsome woman, probably
Oh.
in her
Oh. That was so good.
In her middle years, a human-born tiefling with an air of authority and fun around her. She's a sorcerer and a wizard.
Ooh.
So she is.
And what is her role? Is she part of the research team?
She
Or-
is, yeah, and she seems to. She's also an adventurer.
Yeah.
She's a little more experienced than these three was, and she's actually at the age in her part of her career where she was taking slower jobs,
Okay.
just so she can carry on seeing the world but not worry about everything.
Yeah, because I think what Skia would go and do in this moment is actually go and kind of spy on the research team.
Sure.
Nonchalantly, of course.
Yeah, she's just skulking
How
around
do
a
you
bit.
chalantly spy?
Like
Like
this.
creeping.
yeah. yeah.
Easily,
Yeah.
imagine Aisling trying to spy.
Amazing.
There you
I,
go.
I do imagine.
It's accurate.
But yeah, no, I think she wants to see what information they're discussing that they wouldn't necessarily either tell us, or because they haven't got any solid facts, or also Ski's just a bit mistrustworthy, and she's like, what if they found something out and they're keeping it to themselves or whatever.
Yeah.
So she's just stealthing around.
Yeah. So Bonnie is talking to a human, a non-binary human with a quite nervous disposition who is regularly picking up a closet and telling them not to touch things. And
Rude.
Bonnie is trying to explain. It sounds like she's just got back from Malwind, and it seems like the situation in Malwind is stable, but not safe at the moment.
Ooh.
And the human who you find out is named Farkas Bench, is nodding and just kind of saying, "Well, we might need to see what Tythig says. Maybe they need Toby back, but we really do need Toby. They're one of the few people that can do high-level magics, and I don't know. We need to talk to Tythig before we can make a decision." And Bonnie goes, Of course. I understand that. I wanted to add it to our list of things we need to address. They are pressed, and they're doing their best. But keeping the temple safe is important. Although the Chosen fixed it, as far as we can tell, we don't want anyone interfering with it. That might have been what started all of this in the first place. Farkas kind of just like puts fingers under the nose and, yep, no, absolutely. I will add it to the notes for the meeting, and I'm assuming the Chosen are going to join us anyway. Yes, I'd like to find out more about this young tiefling that seems to have joined them as well. She interests me. Tythig may have just hand-waved and said she's fine, but I don't 100% trust someone just showing up in the middle of everything.
A shadow on top of a bookcase scrambles away.
Hisses.
You just see these little horns just lower behind a bookshelf.
Okay.
The moustache reappears suddenly.
Yes.
Yeah.
God.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna keep listening because I'm like, is Bonnie untrusting of Skia? Just like this is just someone new, or is she like, she has other reason to distrust her? Like, she's an Empire kid.
Yep. Make me an insight check as they kind of go through, as Farkas kind of explains what he knows about you, like where they met you first time and how you helped them on Pashkik's island and
17. Not my
17.
strongest.
Bonnie is not the easiest person to read, but what you do manage to get from her is she considers what they're all doing, too important to take any chances. And they've had enough betrayals and surprises already that she is cautious of sudden changes. So she very much wants to get a read on you before she openly trusts you.
Cool. Yeah. That completely makes sense to Skia. Skia doesn't take any of this to heart. She's like, yeah, that's smart. Cool.
Yeah. Bonnie is a very smart woman who's clearly been around a bit.
Yeah.
The
Cool.
other... So, let's just see. One of the people that is kind of missing at the moment is Gree, who you do hear a couple of people saying is around in the city, but hasn't come back yet.
Can I find out
Places
why?
to be.
Yeah. People.
Sorry?
Visiting people?
Who is she?
I imagine that Eugene probably at some point does want to check in on Gree and his family.
Yeah, I think Eugene's not like worried that he's not here. I think Eugene's kind of like, I'll catch up with him when I see him, kind of thing.
And I think
Is Eugene playing it cool?
I think probably.
Who is that?
Not on
that guy that was
purpose.
here. That Gree guy, is he around? I'm just curious. You know, he seemed nice.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like he's doing it on purpose. He's just, I don't know. He just assumes that Gree will be here when he wants to be, and if Gree needed something or had something to tell him, that he would. That kind
Yeah,
of
and I
thing.
think if you do ask anybody, they just say, "Oh, he's in the city. He was dispatched with the rest of us when the Meragon appeared, so he hasn't reported in, but he did answer to say that he was around if we needed him. I'm not sure, but he's around." Yeah, the other person who Skia has seen before is Riskarith, the big black dragonborn soldier, who is probably the person who's telling Eugene, like, because she's quite fond of Gree, having spent a lot of time with him. Yeah, he's around. He's been incredibly useful. We went back to Parshkik to talk to Amberdrew for a bit. We were just a bit interested to see if he might have some insights. And I wanted to talk to my lady Soothis and let her know what was going on as well. But I haven't seen him for most of today, but he went out when we dispatched, but he did respond, which makes me inclined to believe he's not in trouble. He's just looking into something, knowing him, or has got distracted, or found a book. He found a very curious bookshop. Actually, your artificer friend pointed him in the right direction. He keeps disappearing down there.
Fucking nerds.
But yes, he's well, and it's good to see you too, Eugene. And is Skia still selfing?
Yeah. Skia doesn't really want to be seen much by people.
And Skia as well. It's nice to see her back with you all.
What's up? What up? Whatever. Hey, how's it going, Whisperer?
It's good. No head injuries this time.
No head injuries. Am I right? Was it Riskarith's wife who took care of me and their kids?
Yep, that's
Cool.
right.
Skia will do like the check-in, like how they're doing, that kind of.
Yeah, kids are great. Now they can keep their own memories. They're incredibly happy. They're starting to grow older. They're actually starting to age now, which is also quite good.
Oh yeah.
You can finally say, "Oh, you've got so big."
Yep, they've actually started to grow, which is now they're suddenly having spent what actually turned out to be centuries in stasis. They're like, we now have to buy new clothes and and things like that.
Imagine being on the cusp of puberty for centuries.
Oh,
Jesus.
Worst.
horrific.
Oh dear.
Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers.
Fortunately, they're both quite young, but they're kind of now they're going to start getting older, and I think there's that motherly pride that you kind of expect from her, and she's very much like she has a new little portrait that was painted of the four of them together, which she shows the pair of you, and she smiles and she kind of says that they remember you all very fondly, and they ask, actually when Rock goes past she does ask if he's still got the tail.
Rock's just sort of walking past, and if he hears that, he's just going to yell, "Of course I do," and just carry on walking.
What is Rock doing whilst this is all going on?
I think Rock is probably actually going to, while everyone's busy, he's actually just going to go and find a quiet spot somewhere. Ordinarily, I'd say the library, but the library in this house is never quiet. Or at least never empty, anyway. So I think Rock will just find a corner somewhere, grab probably a glass of wine. It's past midday. And I think unusually for Rock, I think if anyone sees him, I think Rock actually has like a notebook out and is just kind of making notes and stuff in the notebook, like not trying to like hide it or anything, but he doesn't often do that. And I think he's just found a kind of quiet spot while everyone is entertained and doing their own thing to just sit quietly and just kind of gather his thoughts.
The only person that kind of really... Most of the research team are kind of focused, and you trying to update information. Your friends are trying to catch up with people or spy on people. And you're largely left alone. I think at one point Bordeus comes through and just tops your wine up for you. And just kind of pats you on the shoulder and says, "Food will be about an hour," Kath says, "but I can keep people away from you until that time."
Oh, it's fine. It's not important. I just thought I would grab a quiet moment where there aren't a lot of weird fiends and many people talking. But I'm perfectly fine, thank you. But you can leave the bottle. That's great.
Of course, sir.
Can you imagine if in real life someone said that to you? I can keep people away from you until food happens. I've never heard anything better in my life.
I would hire them for my life.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
There is a reason that Bordeus is Tythig's butler. Speaking of Tythig, Tythig does grab a moment with Eugene. Well done. I think Rebecca is incredible. Well, not that Rebecca is ever not impressed with you all, but particularly impressed with how that all went. How are you feeling? How are you doing?
Are those different questions?
They can be the same question if you wish them to be.
Autism.
That's the I'm fine. It's good to be back. How is things here?
Frantic, but good frantic. We have some good news, which I'm sure the rest of the team are very keen to present to you. But yes, your work has not been unnoticed by your allies. Even though you have been away from us, we have felt the results out here too. Though we're all deeply, deeply interested to find out all the details that you have and can share with us, because we are aware that there may be some secrets that you can't share due to the nature of Nudoan's secrecy. But yes, whatever you can will help us immeasurably. But that is for later. Have some time to think and, present yourselves when you are ready. You don't need to rush. Although, Rock's sister is returning tomorrow. Did I hear that right?
Yes, I believe so.
Am I preparing another room, or is she staying up at the Citadel this time? Is she here as an official capacity?
I don't know.
Oh, we'll check that.
Official, yes, but also not. But externally official, if that makes sense.
Externally
So
official.
I'm not sure.
Okay, so she'll likely want to be at the Citadel, but we'll keep the space for her just in case. Good, okay. Kind of
I just realised in Tythik Perb's house, when they say I'm going to make up a room for a guest, like they are literally making a room.
I gotta make a room for Skia. That reminds me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we need to make Skia's room.
Oh, scared her off now.
Oh, no.
The pressure got too much. Interior design is the final straw.
Oh, God.
Sorry, my internet cut out for just as I heard my name, and I was like, oh,
Oh! We're just saying we need to make you a room.
oh my god,
Do we?
We do.
Jean needs to make Skia a room.
the door to the front of the house opens, and there is a pair of voices coming in. One of which you recognise as your sister's, Evelyn, who is chatting away to a second voice, which is much calmer and almost kind of like just kind of keeping the sentence flowing, which is Gree, and the two of them arrive together. I think it'll be fine, to be honest, Gree. I don't think you need to worry. I would just be more comfortable if you would let Tythig, as a summoning expert, have a look at him first. That's all. Fine, I will tell my uncle. Gosh, you really are as bad as Eugene. You know that. It's like, well, I'm going to take that as the best compliment ever, to be honest. Gross. Right, well, I'm going to go and wash up and see if Kath needs help. Yeah,
she needs a lot of help. But we're still in the kitchen.
Don't tell my uncle. I'll tell my uncle, and I promise I'll do it tonight. Please see that you do. It's important. Fine. And she kind of stomps off towards the kitchen, and you hear ah! She finds Aisling and Toby in there.
Making potions.
Gree kind of wanders through, and he kind of probably finds you and your uncle in the middle of a conversation. Oh, brilliant. I was just talking about you, actually.
Who?
You.
Oh.
It's nice to see you. Are you, kind of does that awkward, do I lean in for a kiss? Do I give you a hug?
Oh, my uncle, God.
Well, I see that this has not got any less awkward, so I'm going to go over there. Goodbye.
That's really helpful.
Yeah, I was going to say. It always makes situations
great.
less awkward when someone says how awkward it is.
I feel like Tythig has been taking lessons from Rock.
Tythig is incredibly supportive of it, but he's not a romantic person by any stretch of the imagination. Well, that made that crazy awkward. Really sorry. Are you okay? And actually, Gree kind of seems to make his mind up and lean in and give you a kiss. Just a gentle, quick kiss.
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you? Well, how long ago did you get back?
Oh, a few days ago, Bonnie and I got back from Malwind, which we can talk about later. That's not an emergency thing. And then I would have come back to help today, but as soon as the Maragon started appearing, I decided that I would probably best to keep Evelyn safe. Just because, well, I mean, you know her better than I, but she seems like she confronts problems rather than thinks about it sometimes, and she's very smart, but can be a little fist first.
You haven't said this in earshot of her, have you?
Oh God, no! I like living. But yeah, I protected the bakery for her.
Thank you. That's really nice of you.
Of course. I mean, I didn't know why they were here, and I certainly didn't want them getting close to a family member. Fortunately, your mum's hasn't got back from Ladywell Farms, from the twins yet. But she said so. Otherwise, I would have tried to keep them together. Although that probably would have been beyond my abilities.
They're sort of both a force unto their own. And now I sort of see where they get that from, having met my grandmother.
Oh, yes, your grandmother. She's amazing. Is it true? Is she coming to the city?
Yes. I'm not sure how long it will be, but they're still doing the, logistics.
Wonder if she will have time to give us a demonstration of some of the elven techniques that she mentioned when she was here for your party. Sorry. Anyway, research aside, I just professional curiosity. It is wonderful to see you. You look really well. Like, considering everything you've gone through, you look like you are thriving, and I like that. Got a glow about you.
I do?
Yeah.
Oh.
Must be being a high mage. That's all it can be about it.
Maybe. Wait, but you're also a high mage.
I know, and I maybe I've got a bit of a glow,
I see. Yeah, got you.
Yeah.
Mages who glow together stay together.
Wait, hang on. I heard that someone say something about you going to a new bookshop or something.
Oh yeah,
How
belongs
dare
to someone called Ash.
Oh, okay, it's one I already know about. That's fine.
She's lovely.
It's fine. You may go there.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
I must know all the bookshops in Clouds Cairn before my boyfriend
Love it.
does.
I love it.
Not necessarily before, just keep me informed.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah, Ash has just been trying to requisition some enchantment tomes that I have heard about. Still trying to catch up on what appears to be a millennia's worth of magic. So yeah. But yeah, and I pop back to see Amber Drew, who sends his regards and his congratulations in his own characteristic way. But yes. How long are you all staying for this time? Do you have any idea yet, or is
God
it
knows.
all really early?
I don't know. We have to meet with Rock's sister tomorrow.
Oh, good. There's somebody
This
who doesn't
kind
make me
of-
feel completely nervous.
To be fair, it's Gree. Doesn't everyone make him feel a wee bit nervous?
But it is a really good excuse to get to spend some time with you. Maybe, I know you've probably got a lot on, but if we can get some time away, two of us can go for some food.
That would be nice.
An evening to ourselves. It's very busy here these days.
Yeah, there's a lot of people here now. I'm not sure how much more we can keep expanding this house.
I mean, I can go into the logistics, but that just feels like I'm being too.
I mean, it was a
academic.
figure.
Yeah,
of
absolutely.
speech.
But how long before we start having difficulties with one another, though? That's an interesting one. Briskerest is thinking about hiring a house in the city. I think she actually wants to move her family here eventually. So I might board with her. Not to say that we can't live under the same roof, just so that you don't feel that I'm under your feet.
Well, it's not like I'm really here that often, anyway.
I know, but it's still your house, and I feel kind of odd
Well,
being here without
technically,
you
it's my uncle's house.
Not the way Rock tells it. Speaking of, how are the rest of them?
Well, everyone's still alive, which I consider a win.
Yes. Yep. No, that's definitely positives. But you said that in a way that implies that there might be something more to that. Rock's not been hiding illnesses again, has he?
Oh no, actually, Rock is fine, I think. I don't know, he's been a little quiet and scribbly, but
He's doing his scrapbooking. Leave him alone.
actually it's Aisling who's not been quite right. It's kind of a long story, but we went to see my great-grandfather. Turns out he's an asshole. And he sort of abruptly ended our conversation when I was trying to ask him some very pertinent questions. And he sort of used a wish spell, and anyway, long story short, Alabaster's sort of missing.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. And we've been working on the assumption they're symbiotic. Okay,
Yeah.
do you have time now? I'd like to get some details. You can maybe...
Oh, yeah, actually, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
sure...
I don't want to freak everyone out too much,
No.
but it's really stressing me out.
I can imagine. So, I mean, without stressing you out further, I'd love to get as many details as you can give me, so I can start. Maybe there's an enchantment perspective. Maybe there's something I can do to help. Or do you know where Alabaster is?
I think he's in the realm of dust and shadows. Ashling's still able to commune with him.
Okay.
But sometimes it's almost like, well, their life force is obviously intertwined in some way.
Right.
So the more Aisling takes of his, the weaker he gets, and then the more, like, yeah, Aisling was not feeling very well.
Okay. Well, I can start looking into see if there's any previous instances of warlocks drawing on too much of their patrons' life forces. There might be something in the library, or even if it's folklore, or
My aunt was also doing some research.
I'll send her a
said she was
message.
going to,
Yeah, I'll send her a message so we can compare ideas. Kind of just reaches and grabs you and just gives you a hug. I know she's with the right people, and I know that we will do absolutely everything to make sure she's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there are so many big brains in this house, it's quite frightening sometimes, to be honest. I'm kind of used to being the smartest person in the room. I just find it slightly intimidating.
Flex.
First I met you and you wowed me, and then ever since, like, just smart people everywhere. It's amazing. And in a good way. It's all a good way. I'm not jealous or intimidated. I'm a little intimidated. But
Don't let Milith intimidate you.
oh,
You know, she might be smart, but she does lack common sense. If you ask me.
Milith's really good at what she does. It's just getting her to think about other things is difficult. But your uncle seems to have her well in hand. I think he likes setting her challenges, and she likes that. Bonnie's amazing. You should try and spend some time with her if you can. What she doesn't have in terms of academic smarts, she knows stuff about the world. And she makes me feel comfortable. It's just one of those people. Okay, right. I am going to borrow you so you can give me some details, and we can have a quiet moment together before everybody else asks lots of questions.
Yeah, we better move quick because it's only a matter of time before somebody interrupts.
And I think just as you two are disappearing off, probably to the library, is about the time that you see just out of the corner of your eye, Evelyn pushing Aisling and Toby out of the kitchen.
Covered in icing sugar.
Yeah,
Right, fucking fine. Okay, Jesus.
at the point Eugene sees that, he probably just dimension doors them both into the library.
Smart. Smart.
It's not that he's avoiding you, but no, it is. He's avoiding you.
Aisling and Toby at once? How are we going to have a important conversation?
Get out of there.
Dear. Cool. If there's nothing else anyone needs to do, or anyone that you want to talk to, things progress. Eugene updates Gree about Aisling's situation. He has some ideas and some things to look into. You see him making notes about some people that he'd like to talk to about hypotheticals. And he starts drafting a possible charm which he thinks might help with the connection, but he's not entirely certain. He needs to research some enchantment elements that he's not familiar with. Rock, you have a quiet time with wine and a notebook and your thoughts, catching up and considering all the things that you have learnt over the last few months. Skia, these people are brilliant and slightly chaotic and big personalities.
So many nerds.
Yeah, they're all very pleasant. They're all deeply into what they're doing. Milith, who Eugene mentioned, is probably the person you're kind of like, I think I would probably end up fighting with you over something first. She's stubborn and willful.
Just
She's
because
brilliant.
of your face.
Don't like your face.
But she has this energy of I know best, even when she doesn't, which you can see the others kind of step around with some skill.
Yeah, I think if Skia ever gets stuck in a conversation with her, Skia's happy to let her just run her mouth as kind of like you're just giving me so much information. That's so dumb of you. Like, you think you're really smart, but you just told me like so much information that if I was like sent on a job to like get information on you or whatever,
Easy, yeah.
I've got you read.
Yeah.
Very much.
Also, when you stop talking, I'm going to stab you.
I think, sorry, I just wanted to say, I think doing all of this, like, sometimes stealthing, sometimes just having odd conversations, towards the end of the night, Skia will just, like, go and find Rock and kind of give him, like, a bit of a debrief.
Nice.
So I found this out.
Yeah.
Spill
Yeah,
the
like-
tea.
Yeah, essentially. Like, even if it's, like, minor gossip, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever, but yeah.
So, what you can tell Rock is Milith and Gree used to go on missions together because their skill sets are complementary. Since then, Gree has been requesting missions with Toby or Bonnie more often.
Anyone else.
Yeah.
They do not get on. And I think it's because Milith, and the implication you get is that Milith said something negative about Eugene, and it took all of Gree's willpower not to do something horrible to her.
Viable. How are they still alive?
Farkas does as they're told mostly. They still consider this, and you very quickly find out Farkas's story, that they are partially responsible for some very dark magic, and they were very desperate, and they consider themselves still on parole.
Right.
And even though they've been given this second chance, they still don't believe it's happening, and they're still waiting for the Tin Hats to come and take them away.
Oh.
And you get the impression, because they're quite a nervous, guilty person, that will probably be something that they sit with for the rest of their life. They're Quasit, absolute chaos, like even by Quasit standards. Quasit calls themselves the broker, and every conversation involves them trying to get something out of you, and then offering a payment, which is usually something like a ball of lint that they've picked up or a dead rat.
Fuck yeah. That's still available? I actually love it.
I would just love to see Skia and the broker trying to interrogate each other. That would be
Yeah.
brilliant.
It's good 30 minutes of them just staring at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some information.
Want to not get stabbed?
I will give you this folded piece of paper if you don't stab me.
You got yourself a deal.
Nice. Business.
Yeah. So they definitely want to be an information broker in the old-fashioned sense of the word, but they haven't got a clue of the value of things in the mortal world.
Oh.
I want to try and take him under my wing to be like, no, we can get gossip.
Oh my god, you're gonna Oliver Twist this little kid.
Yes.
Fucking love it.
Oh dear.
God, Skia and her army of information gathering quasits.
Yeah.
Restarting the dances.
Like a bunch of little urchin pickpocketers. I love it.
Yeah.
I know.
What's worse than a cabin full of kobolds? Conspiracy of quasits.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you all settle down. Lunch.
Yeah, I think once Skia has shared the information with Rock, I think he's just like listens to all of this and then he's like, "Well, you're very handy to have around here, aren't you? I didn't know half of that."
Yeah.
Well done. I think. I thought you
you.
were supposed to be spying on our own team, but well done nonetheless. I mean, you know.
You never really know who is your own team, so just spy on everyone.
That's true. Sometimes people aren't who they say they are.
Yeah, exactly. And, we make a good team. If you talk to people, you're, really great at getting information out of people that way. But sometimes people don't want to share that. And that's where I come in. So together, we can build a whole picture.
I hadn't thought about it like that. That's actually very sensible.
Yeah, it's like it's my whole job.
Yes, quite.
No, it's fine. How are you doing, by the way? You've been really quiet and, you've only said, one sassy thing to 3 of us.
And one of them was
dying.
Greek, so it
He's
doesn't
dying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one who Greek doesn't count. You hate that guy.
I don't hate him.
Then
I
what?
don't.
Don't you? You're so
No.
mean to him.
I'm not mean to him. I don't have time to be mean to him. He's fine. He's fine.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. I misread the situation. You're right. He's fine.
Yeah, he's fine. What was the question?
Are you okay?
Oh yes, I'm fine. I mean, I've had a couple of glasses of wine. I'm a bit tired after this morning. There was quite a lot of thinking.
Oh, fuck, medicine check.
And trying to get those fiendish idiots to think that we were sort of bumbling around a bit, but actually I think we got what we needed, so it worked.
Yeah, you did great.
It helps to make them think you don't know what you're doing. They get overly confident. Anyway, yes, I was just making some notes, mainly because I feel like we need a wall of notes, because there seems to be a number of different threads going, and I'm not sure how it all ties together yet, or even if it does. And I think it would help for us to understand, do they all connect, or do we need to follow one path to secure things. And I mean, obviously, my priority is to speak to Camber and find out what the hell is happening in the Empire.
Yeah.
And see from there, because that may give us another bit of information that we can fill into this ridiculous jigsaw puzzle. But it does seem to be sort of slowly getting a little bit clearer. And we're getting some information from some surprising sources like the Miragon.
Yeah. We've got two main focuses, right? Like the one that devours is doing their thing, and the Dragon King.
Yeah.
I think
yes, although we do need to prioritize Aisling not dying, because I think we need to kind of prioritize that one. But you know, it's all tied together, so we.
Yeah, we do need to.
I am slightly concerned about Campbell still being in the Empire, though. I understand that people are trying to kill me for some God's unknown reason, but she is still my sister. I hate the idea of her being there and something like this happening in the underground of the courts and stuff, because it just puts her at risk, and quite frankly, enough people have been put in the firing line because of us.
Do you think she seems quite good at playing the game, though? You know.
Oh, she's never going to leave. I could beg her and she won't leave. She knows what she's doing, I'm sure, but it still makes me nervous.
I get it. It would be great if she could be here and you'd know she's safe, but if she's here, we know she's safe. We don't really have anyone else in the Empire to
well, that's one of the problems, though, is that we don't really know who we can rely on to keep an eye on her either. And with the dancers being at risk now, I don't...
Yeah.
There's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, maybe we can make use of the 900 enormous brains in this house to figure it out.
Oh, God, I know. They love to talk. They're always reading or, like, talking. And,
oh, my God.
You know, what did they do for fun around here?
Also, no, they think it's fun.
What?
Oh, yeah, totally. No, they honestly... It's like a day out when they go and sit in the library and read another book about the same subject they read one on yesterday.
I'm not sure whether that's Theo or Eugene having a moment there.
Yeah. Oh God, we need to go out to a tavern or something. I don't know if I can...
That's true. Actually, to be fair, Eugene and Aisling are great fun at the tavern sometimes.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, we haven't done it for a while, but they can be quite fun.
Yeah, okay, maybe we should do a tavern night.
Oh, that's great.
Ski's just trying to imagine them all hanging out, and it's like Eugene just sat in a corner reading a book, and Aisling, I don't know, challenging someone to a drinking contest, some random. So she's like, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe we can try it once. Anyway, yes, but we'll see. It's all coming together. I just want to see my sister tomorrow and find out what the hell that stupid memory thing was about as well. It's another...
Yeah.
Anyway, one thing at a time.
Yeah.
How are you? Have you been introduced to everyone? Oh, I probably should have done that. Oh well.
Yeah. I've seen everyone. That's all that matters, right?
I'm sure they didn't all see you, but fair enough. Well, if it's people you haven't been properly introduced to as we're going around, just nudge me and I'll introduce you. I mean, they're used to me forgetting things, so it's fine.
Can you just introduce me anyway? Because I may be like, yeah, I met you. We had the whole conversation about this thing. And then I'll be like, no, you were talking to someone else and I was just spying.
Oh, okay, yeah, you probably shouldn't do that. Not a great way to introduce yourself to people, but sure.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just introduce you to everyone, and if you have met them, you can say, oh no, we've met. That's fine. Let's do it that way. That's safer.
Yeah. We'll do that. Okay. All right, well, if you're good, I'm just going to go spy some more, because...
Sure, yeah, great. You just have fun.
Thanks. Yell if you need me.
Sure. You know I still do the telepathic thing, right? I don't need to yell.
Then yell in my head telepathically if you need me.
Sure, we'll do that.
Okay.
Dinner is served. It is it's a smorgasbord of different treats and things Kath has put together. Is used to people just kind of grabbing things and going back to the research room or the library or wherever. So has adjusted her menu accordingly and is quite surprised when Rock and Skia probably sit down for a proper meal, but also kind of grateful for it as well.
Oh yeah, I think if everyone's like busy and distracted and whatever, I think Rock will, like particularly with Eugene and Aisling, will kind of telepathically or otherwise, probably not telepathically in fact, people probably just yell for them to come and sit down and eat.
Dinner!
Just be like, for God's sake, we haven't stopped for
We are all
weeks.
going to sit around this table and have a meal together. We are going to
Absolutely right.
enjoy ourselves.
You will sit down and you will have fun.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
You will enjoy this now.
I specifically requested fun.
Yes. No, I think he's just like, let's just have what appears to be a normal meal around a table for a few minutes so we can just sit back in the house.
Yay!
I
Yeah,
love
Ashley's
that.
sitting at the table for sure.
Yeah. Of the church is saying an enormous gong in the hallway, and I was like, I think there used to be one, and then Aisling moved in.
If it's not for smashing, why is it there?
Well, it is for
Supposed to
smashing,
hit
just
it.
not 11 times a day. It's supposed to be at meal times only.
11
Maybe I
meals
eat
a
11
day.
times a day. Yeah, thank you. I thought it was for announcing when I'm eating.
No. I mean,
okay.
kind of, I guess, but anyway.
So the four of you gather for food, and you're joined by Gree and Evelyn and Toby, all of whom everybody else is kind of doing their thing. I think a little while later, Risgriff comes down, kind of like rubbing her head, and sits down with you all. So, says Evelyn, I have two announcements. First one, I've got a new employee, and you physically all see Gree flinch, called Bob, and Bob
You
will
named him.
Bob will be joining the bakery, which is now named, and it's called Fiendishly Good Buns.
Oh! Oh!
I like it. I like that a lot.
And
Can I have a twin insight check? To see if
you
I
can with advantage.
That's excellent.
That's a 25.
25. With a 25, she is not telling you the whole story. She probably doesn't know that you know that she had a Maragon serving buns. Yes, during the day. In addition, Gree is desperately trying to look as small as possible. If he could disappear under the table right now, he would. So he has done something to help her.
Oh no. So this Bob, where'd you find him?
Oh, he just turned up. This is the point that Gree starts choking on the food that he's eating.
He's really subtle, Gree, huh?
Out of interest, how did you get him to stay?
Tell the whole thing, Evelyn.
Gree, you dying?
Please.
What's going on?
Maybe.
Oh my god, same!
We have so much in common. Yeah, spill.
Okay, so when the Maragon showed up, the one that was near the bakery was uncommonly curious. Like, not just, I'm here doing a job, I'm guarding and I'm looking out for you guys, but, and at first, Gree thought it was because we're related. Turns out, So I didn't know this, and this is where Gree helped. Do you know some Meragon were mortals who died and lost their souls?
That's horrible.
And then some of them have to work their way up. And turns out Bob, I mean, that's the name we've given Bob. I didn't give them that name. You gave them that name. The name I've given Bob.
Such a glamorous choice.
Bob, well,
Dignified.
it's just more about trying to make Bob less scary. So Bob, we kind of managed to coax out of... It took ages, took hours to coax out a conversation from Bob. And they told us that in life they had been a baker. But they had not done very well, so they sold their soul to the Lord of Profit to try and turn a coin, and they had a very successful career, and then they died. So their punishment, or the rest of the down payment, was serving for 2,000 years.
Yikes.
Time was coming up. So, Gree did some very clever research, and we checked with a couple of imps that we summoned from that plane, and yeah, Bob's contract was negotiable. So for 10% of my first 2 months' profit, I get Bob's freedom.
Oh my god.
Turns out Lord of Profit likes material wealth as much as he does soul wealth.
I mean, that kind of tracks.
Yeah,
That's
so we got to
nice.
do really really well, because obviously if he is, the more we give him, the happier he'll be, and the less likely he will be to try and wriggle out of the agreement. But yeah, Bob is free after 2 months to do whatever he likes. Bob presently looks like a orc. Just so we're clear,
Oh.
I made an enchantment necklace that disguises him.
Cool.
Oh,
It
did
looks like a
wonder how
walk.
that was gonna work.
A what?
Orc. An orc. It was that or a half giant. Just something big. And
Got it. Okay,
Not
that was
gonna draw
going to be
too
my
much
first
attention.
question. Was the baby face? So, okay, answered that one. Good.
so yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't exactly seem good for business.
No.
A creepy baby face.
I mean, it was definitely interesting whilst for today, but I decided that we couldn't really keep Bob looking like Bob indefinitely.
Smart.
So a couple of questions. Why?
I felt really sorry for them.
Yeah, they're helping out
mean-
Bob.
Okay. But now, when the 2 months are over, does that mean that Bob is then free in general, or is he now indentured to you?
Oh, he's not indentured to me. I mean, even if they did that, I would probably tear up the contract.
But is he going to remain looking like a Meragon underneath an enchantment of an orc for the rest of his life? Is there a life? Is this eternal?
Oh yeah, he died, didn't he? What's going on?
We kind of assume so, but Bob seems content, happy even with the outcomes of what we did.
So Bob
Um,
talks just normal.
Yeah, I mean, all Meragon like have full blown conversations if you know how to talk to them. They're just creepy as heck and very.
Not the ones we encountered.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we guess.
Other question: could you not have just recruited locally?
Had to outsource.
I mean, normally I would, and I might still, yeah, but obviously they're
These
going to
Meragon coming here, taking over.
No, I just
What's
mean
wrong with
I'm-
Clouds Cairn?
Clouds
I'm sure
Cairn
that,
first.
Must have been an easier way of getting sort of help than recruiting a previously sort of fiendish, soulless creature and using magic to free it from an ancient pact, paying it with 2 months of your profit, and then owning its soul. It seems a little elaborate. I mean,
Do you want to do it the
Also-
boring way or what?
Also, if you're called Fiendishly Good Bakery, is the effect of
Buns.
the name not buns? Sorry, yeah. Is the effect of the name not going to be lost after you lose your fiend in?
Oh, I'm kind of counting on the fact that people gossip in the city a lot, and I think they're going to remember the fact that I had a Meragon serving buns during that day. Bob becoming new Bob is for future comfort. They will always remember Bob as Bob in the baker's hat for that day. That was...
quite an image.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to lie, I have never seen my samples fly off that tray so quickly, even if it was fly-by running sometimes.
Yeah, but I think
They
that
still
was
took a
probably
second.
prompted by fear. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, but curiosity as well. People will remember.
Sure, and once they've had one of your buns, I mean, they'll come back. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think
That's
it's
my
a great
plan,
idea.
anyway. Yeah.
I think it's
and
great. I want to meet Bob. I think it's wicked.
Mum always says, if you can't help someone with what you've got, what's the point of having it?
If you can't help someone buy their soul from a fiend, yeah. Mhm. That old
Oh my
saying.
God, Rock. Is Rock within kicking distance of where I'm sitting, or
No,
no?
I mean, Rock specifically.
he's learned.
Damn it. Shit.
I mean, you've got
Anyway,
Mage
well,
Hand.
that's fascinating, and I look,
I mean, you
look
do know
forward to.
Dimension Door.
I do also have Pocket Goat that I've not utilised nearly enough, so
Throw it at him.
And they do not throw pocket goat on the dining table.
I'll throw
Not
Pocket
quality
Goat
thing.
into his cup of coffee and then it will expand right in front of him.
Like one of those dinosaurs. We had World War II.
Yeah. Except much more violent.
Brilliant. Oh my lord.
Oh, dear. So yeah, that was my announcement. I've already talked to Uncle Per about it, and he's not happy, but he checked, and everything seems to be okay. So we have Bob now.
Yeah, maybe next time you could just check in with Uncle before you make deals with gods for souls.
I am totally not going to make that promise, because we both know that's not going to happen.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, it's what you guys were saying earlier, right? Gree said something about Evelyn. You're kind of fists first, think later.
Oh!
Oh, he did! Did he?
Oh,
You
by the way,
shit
everyone,
stirrer.
this is Skia. Skia's a friend of ours who helped us on the island of Pashkik. She was instrumental in helping to free the island and save everyone, including
It's very
Gree.
important. We need her alive.
So yeah, I this is Skia. Yeah, meet everyone. Anyway, would you, Evelyn,
Yeah,
would you
anyway,
mind
as you
just
were
passing the gravy? That'd be super.
I'm going to let you off of this one, Gree, but only because I like you and you've been so helpful today.
Is Gree
just
even
kind of-
above the table right now, or is he just gone?
Gree's just kind of pulling himself into his
Yeah.
scarf.
I
Tony's
mean, it's
like-
kind of true.
I mean, it's true, but it doesn't mean you have to say about it, Got to keep it in mind.
I mean, it was
really.
said in a private conversation.
Oh, sorry. You're just like in the hallway. I didn't know.
Skia's like
Yeah, we
me,
can all
she's
hear
like-
it.
It's- We
I
really
have
do
to
need
set
to...
up wards every time I have a conversation.
Skia's a bit like me. I always hear things and then forget who I'm not supposed to talk to about them.
Oh,
Says
she
Toby.
did not forget. Come on.
Oh,
Oops, forgot.
You know, just a bit of drama at dinner, you know. That's what a
just like
family
being-
dinner's meant to be like.
You do seem to like a bit of drama over a meal, don't you?
Yes, that's where the entertainment comes from.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I
Noted.
just thought it would be fun.
It was.
It was like, I'm gonna take some plates in to help out.
Good. Well, I'm so glad we all sat down for dinner.
I'm
wanted.
having an
Great
amazing time.
idea.
Yeah.
Great idea.
Yeah, this is well good.
Yeah, this is like being back at the Enclave.
Yeah.
Oh, all we're missing is the light of Fulton.
Oh, I could do a really good Fulton impression if you like. It's, Skia, take your elbows off the table. That is a
Whoa.
place you eat.
Oh,
Whoa.
that's really like, ugh. All right,
was
okay.
like- That was spot on.
That
was
guy's
transported.
scary.
Oh, yeah.
No, he's a complete
He
sweetheart.
liked
He's-
Eugene, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Everyone
Apparently.
likes
End
you,
of
Dean.
list.
Fulton helped raise me.
I think
Right,
Fulton only
so-
liked me by comparison. So I'm not sure it's that much of a compliment.
Compared to... Oh.
Anyway, lovely dinner we're having.
Yeah.
Ashley's having a great time. This is like a Faye dinner. She's loving it.
Crazy.
The only thing missing is arson.
Woo! That can fit. That can change.
I can
Yeah, I bet.
definitely empathise on the Fulton thing. He said 3 words to me in my whole time at the Enclave.
Oh shit! Really?
And
What
most
were
of
they?
those were move, yes, why?
Ooh.
And a few
Right.
words.
I mean, to be fair, you can't fault him on getting to the point.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Everything you think you've heard about Fearbolg? No. Throw it out the window.
I
Terrifying.
mean, he wasn't terrifying. He just wasn't, terribly friendly.
He had a very low out of 10 for tolerance scale for me. So he was right down the bottom of the list.
Oh, oh
What's
don't
my
feel bad,
tolerance
Ashling. I don't think
scale?
any of us were above a 5.
Hey, wait, shit. Do I need to change yours, Rock?
No, I mean with him, not for you.
Oh no, I mean like who's tolerating me? Ha!
Yeah, 5 or
Toby
6.
kind of leans over. What's my tolerance scale?
I show it. I lean the book over and I'm like, no.
That's really high.
Right up there, mate. Right up there.
Is that because we're both kind of fey?
Yeah. And they do a secret handshake.
Oh, good.
So your sister's coming tomorrow, Rock.
Yes, thankfully, she is coming on a diplomatic trade trip to see Rebecca.
It's the point where Evelyn goes, trade mission?
Trade mission.
I'm sure they'll discuss trade.
Say the word
At
invoice
some
once,
point.
then they can claim on the dinner. That works.
Wise words.
HMRC, I'm lying. I'm joking. Calm down.
Nobody say the word bomb. Oh, shit. Yes, it would be good to see her.
Are we gonna go see her? Like, up at the Citadel?
Yes,
or-
I think so. I would rather we try and do that. I mean, if she wants to come here, she can, but I think being at the Citadel, we should probably show some appearance up there anyway. I mean, no one's going to be surprised I go and visit my sister if she's on a trip here, so it's not like we're keeping that a secret, but I don't want to make it look like she's just come to visit me. I'd quite like to keep it so that it does look like she's doing a trip.
We could all go down and meet her. And says Evelyn. Actually, I can't. I've got to do. I open in a few days, and I just need to get some things sorted. But you guys should go down and meet her. I'm sure she'd like that.
I'm sure she would. I will bring her to the bakery to meet you and Bob.
That's right answer.
Is there anything else we need to do while we're here in Clouds Cairn? Obviously, go to the opening of your bakery. But like, I don't know. Is there anything you guys want me to do while we're here, or like?
I mean, I would quite like for maybe the four of us could go to to a tavern for. I was telling Skia that we haven't done that for a while, so that would be good.
Night out.
Night out. We haven't done a night out.
Yes, that kind of thing. Also, we are planning after this. I think it's still our plan to head to the Albatross.
Yeah.
So we probably need to make sure we're stocked up on whatever we need.
Okay. Yeah.
Healing potions of fire resistance, maybe for Skia.
I mean, most tieflings are fire resistant by nature.
Yeah.
I don't think
That was just a lot of burning.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a very specific. Okay, I will be quiet now.
And also, we do need to sort of have a debrief with the research team, preferably not right now. I think. I don't think I can remember much more today.
No.
But yes, we do need to get some information from you, and I guess share any information we can from that bizarre negotiation.
Gree goes, I wouldn't mind, and I think Eugene has, pardon me for saying, has brought me up to speed with your situation, Aisling, and I would like to help, if that's okay.
Yes, please.
So maybe if you can spare us a little bit of time so the two of us can help and just do some research to assist.
Yes, I'd like that a lot. Yes, please.
And I think, Toby, maybe that's what Tythig said that he wanted you to do? Oh! Yeah, I was supposed to give you a check.
Probably should have mentioned that, shouldn't
I? and then the Maragon happened, and then there was baking, and then there was chasing.
And then we got kicked out, and it was a whole thing.
But yeah, I can help.
Thanks, pal.
Other than that, I think Tythig probably wants to gather you all together and just kind of debrief and catch you up with what we've been doing a little bit as well.
Yep.
There's a lot going on.
That sounds good.
But maybe we can do that after you've caught up with your sister, because she might have other information rather than multiple lore dumps and...
True, yes. No, that makes sense. Also, where is our ship? Anyone have an idea?
Who parked it?
You've lost the
Well,
dragon's
the captain,
hope.
I would imagine.
Toby's like,
Yeah.
how did you lose a ship? That's amazing.
Well,
Well, we didn't lose it. We just
no, it's
Just
just
don't know where it is.
Oh.
because we
Well,
were
you
going
sent
to
them a
use
letter,
it.
didn't you?
Yeah, I did, and I said I'm pretty sure I said to meet us here because we were coming here to see my sister, and we do need them to get to the Albatross. So I guess we probably just need to check when they are going to be here, or if they are already here.
And they've got all our
that's
spending
all.
money.
Well, yes. I mean, if they haven't spent it on upkeep and the crew by now, but yeah.
We could
I mean, I can send them.
Where would
I
they
could-
dock here?
I'm sure Sudar was kept them busy. Oh, there's a big sky dock Have you not been to it yet, Skia?
No, I don't think she has.
We can take you. It's really pretty.
Great,
Well,
yeah.
You're going there tomorrow to meet.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going to see my sister tomorrow, that's sort of, we can go by
Yeah.
there.
Okay, let's do that. We can see if it's there.
Sure.
Yeah.
But if it's not, we'll just send them a message and tell them to get here as quick as possible. That'll give us a good timeline on when we need to leave.
Yeah. All right, good.
Okay, we've got a plan.
Why are we going to the Albatross again?
Wait.
Temples.
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 Oh, yeah.
Because we need to go to the Albatross to get to the temple, is that right?
One of the descendants of the Magi was last seen heading towards the Albatross, from what we understand.
That was right. Sorry, I'm still transferring all of my body notes into my notebook notes, so...
Body keeps the score, you know?
Chris, who's at the table at the moment? Who is all here?
Gree, Evelyn, Toby, and you four. Riskariff has
Okay.
kind of gone off. So everyone
Dream team.
kind of. Evelyn isn't a research member, but she kind of understands what's going on in a general sense. And
Yeah.
she's
But Evelyn's Eugene's family, so
yeah.
I think Rock, doesn't worry about her being around.
Toby's basically an honorary member of Parshkik's Chosen at this point.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, Toby was there when Rock wasn't. So, just a quick question about the temple. If we get to find out where the next temple is and get there, do we know if it's safe to use the box to open the temple while Aisling is in her current state?
Oh. I hadn't thought of that.
Because I don't really know how the box works, so I don't know whether it will draw on energy, whether it needs Alabaster and Aisling together, whether it will have an impact on Aisling if we use it if they're not together.
I could try asking him tomorrow when I try and chat to him.
When you do your daily Zoom, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, given that like Eugene was paying attention the last time that Aisling used the key, and there was like a flow of power, right?
Mm-hmm.
So would I have any inkling as to like which way the power was going?
Make me a retrospective insight check.
That's a really good point.
Bardic inspiration if you need it.
Yes, I do.
You probably still
D8.
got bad lucks as well.
No, I
don't think I do.
Yeah,
I
you
used it
have you
for
used
something.
it?
I can't remember what it was, but I used it
bad.
for something.
trying to persuade the Maragon, I think.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, that's pretty good. 23.
23. The power went from Aisling through the box
Shit.
into the temple and then seemed to connect with energy that was already there. You cannot be 100% certain whether it was Aisling's power or Alabaster inside Aisling, but that's the direction and flow of the power. It is logical to assume it would happen similarly, or maybe not at all.
Yeah, I'm not sure what effects it would have, but we could try and do some research.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should probably be pretty sure on that before we try it.
I mean, ideally, I'd like to, have him back or something fixed just a bit before we get to another temple.
Well, yeah, it just means we may need to think about pursuing that before we
Yeah, I think I'd prefer that too.
Could you, Aisling, could you do another like ritual thing like you did to like connect, where you can speak to him and maybe ask him like, do you need us to come get you? Like, is it safe enough for us to come get you? Like, Eugene, you can teleport us, right? Kinda? No? Yes?
Well, I can try. I have the spell scroll that we need, but it's above the level of magic
I can take you. Toby
Yeah?
puts their hand up.
Oh wait, yes, they said a druid could do it.
I know that. I mean, I don't have it prepared right now, and I need a
Okay,
channel.
we're not going right now.
But I can take you if you need to go.
What do you mean you need a channel?
Okay.
What do you need?
Yeah, what do you need?
I need something from the place I'm going to. Like I need something. If I was to take you to the plane of one of the planes of fire, I'd need something from one of the planes of fire to do it.
Well, what about the box?
Oh, we can do that. Yeah,
that might work.
Wait, will it fuck up the thing you're using? Because I kind of need the box.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
So Sib has. It's really cool actually. She's got like this little bandolier of tuning forks. That she has created, and each of them is aligned to a different realm that she goes to on a regular basis, and she uses those. But you can use other things.
That's so cool.
But Eugene, I don't want to tread on your toes, Eugene, because you're perfectly capable as well. But if you want my help, I can take you.
That would be great. If you can.
Yes, please. Thank you.
but not right now.
Yeah,
No.
no, not right now.
Don't be
Oh,
casting
no.
nothing right now.
I need to sleep before I get that anyway.
Okay. Well, I
Um,
can see what
I feel you.
Alabaster says tomorrow if I actually get through to him. See how well it goes.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll ask him if we need to come get him, and then maybe I could ask him something to do with, like, will either of us explode if I try and open another temple whilst you're where you are?
Maybe phrase it.
Maybe less specific than that.
Yeah,
maybe
less
maybe
yes or
phrase
no.
it in a way that's like, will something bad happen to either of us? Because you might
She
not
crosses out the word
explode,
explode.
but you might just straight up die another way. So the answer to the question, will we explode, will be no, but
Will
the answer
I-
is still
The
not.
method of death is probably less
die.
important than the actual thing.
Okay. Another way.
Okay,
yeah.
well, at least we're getting our sort of next steps in order, I think.
Yeah.
We're here to
Okay.
help. You guys don't have to do this on your own. Even if you just want to keep it around this table for now. Like, I feel like I'm speaking for you two. No, everyone's like, well, pretty much my magic's limited to spicy buns that help, but
Spicy.
Well, don't
I'll
underestimate it. They're very good.
I'll bake as many as you need. I'm terrified, says Toby, but I wanted to adventure, so this is all part of me learning. And I think you should be frightened if you're doing these things, right?
You shouldn't be nonchalant. You should be a bit chalant.
Yes.
At
Semi-
least.
Quite.
Yeah.
Semi-chalant. Maybe even demi-chalant, I would say.
What's the flag for
Yeah,
that?
I mean, it's not. It's not. It's not. Oh, now I want to do a series of flags. Anyway, for the chalant community.
That's just another word
No,
of being
that- oh, yes.
anxious.
Yeah, totally.
I'm very chalant today, guys.
I am so chalant today.
Fucking
I am
hell.
really struggling.
Oh,
I am hyper chalant.
Hyper chalant.
Anyway, no, Toby. I mean, it's not exactly a kind of place you go to, and it's all sort of, I mean, it's called the realm of dust and shadows. It's not, difficult. So it's nothing to be scared of, but you have to be cautious with anywhere new you go, especially if you're popping over to a different realm of some sort. But we'll be fine. I mean,
You guys have been there twice?
Yeah.
Yes, it's not always been intentional, though, so, Also, it's full of surprises. Last time we went, there was a whole war going on for years.
Yeah. It's an
Because
unfun
I don't
surprise.
think that's going to make Toby feel better, Rock.
Oh, it's like no, it wasn't.
I'm
okay.
just
okay.
being honest. Everyone says I should be more direct, so I'm being direct.
No one says that, Rock. No one says you should be more direct. We said you should be more emotionally honest.
Yeah, Ashling says I shouldn't hide things. I should be more direct,
No,
so I'm being more
no.
direct.
No, that's not what. Okay.
I mean, I'm not the best at subtext, but I'm fairly certain that's not what Aisling meant.
Who says that?
That's Gree.
Rock's just going to go, oh, really? What else have you said today?
I'm going to go and see if Kath needs my help.
Go, save yourself.
Evelyn flicks a piece of cheese at Rock. Stop it.
Ashley,
What? I asked a question.
Are you gonna eat that or no?
Stuck to his scale.
Don't waste good cheese.
Yeah.
I was
sitting
just
there.
asking for just a civilized meal. That's all I wanted.
Asking whom exactly? What were you expecting?
Obviously, the wrong people.
Yeah.
Conversation carries on. You get to discuss different matters, catch up on some of the small things that are happening around Clouds Cairn at the moment. Everyone is excited for the beginning of spring, which should be coming around the corner. And you get to, one by one, head to your rooms. And I don't want to put Theo on the spot, but I'm assuming that at some point that Skia has a room in place.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I think Eugene probably finds time after dinner to like scurry away without anyone paying attention to where he's going, and then he'll sort of appear a bit later and kind of beckon Skia over.
What is it? Who do you want me to stab?
Whoa! No,
Sorry, wrong
I
energy.
love you, Skia.
You okay?
Yeah, just dial it back like
Sorry.
several notches.
Okay.
It's 11 o'clock, Skia. I mean,
That's prime stabbing time.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, no stabbing. I wanted to show you your room that I sort of made for you. I hope it's okay. I mean, I should have probably asked you specifically what you wanted, but I thought I maybe had a good idea, and then I was going to surprise you, but then I realized that you maybe don't like surprises because you're all like sneaky, and
It's not
I
much.
should stop talking. And just
No,
show
this.
you, right?
Wait, you made me a room?
Well, yeah, you got to sleep somewhere.
That's so sweet. I've been like just looking for like cool bookshelves and sofas that look comfy.
Oh, Skia!
Did you really think I would
No, I didn't think.
come
I just
to my house and sleep on a bookshelf?
No,
How
I
do you
just-
even sleep on a bookshelf.
you find a way.
Books
There's
go on
so
the
many.
bookshelf.
Yeah.
There's
What do you do with the books?
you just knock all the. No, I'm not done. I'm not done. That's a joke. That
Okay,
was a joke.
anyway,
That's a joke.
to your
Yes.
room.
Skia's room bursts
Yeah.
into flames.
No, there's so many people here, you know. I thought it'd be busy, but thank you. That's very kind of you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Come on. I'll show
Okay.
you. Okay, and Eugene opens the door, and it's obviously everything moves around, but Skia's room is always like the furthest away from everything else until she wants it to be somewhere else, you know, like, so if she wanted to go
Aw.
listen into people or like see what everyone's up to, then it would be like convenient distance away, but for the most part it's like tucked at the end of a dark corridor.
Oh, I love it so much.
And then he opens the door and it's like almost completely dark inside, but there's like a little like campfire in the middle, and there's like bunks set up, and there's like a big like rack of knives, and like a big like wooden target on the like hanging from the ceiling, so
A
that she
magical
can do,
stabbing dummy.
yeah, so she
Yes!
can do like target practice. The knives will just keep appearing, so that they never run out, basically. So you can throw as many knives as you want, and the mansion, you kind of can't destroy it. So I mean, within reason, go crazy.
Just a single tear rolls down the cheek.
But yeah, it's very like cozy, but also like kind of goth and dark.
Sharp.
But like
Yeah.
he wanted it to be kind of like a like lookout, kind of like a stakeout kind of thing, like a little campfire and like some little bunks around and stuff.
It's perfect. She just gives Eugenia like a real big hug.
Oh, I'm really glad you like it. I realized I probably should have asked you what you wanted first, so I hope this is okay.
No, this is perfect. I don't know what I would have asked for. Probably something really stupid like a sofa
Like a
to sleep
bookshelf.
on. Or a bookshelf.
Bookshelf. A nice comfy bookshelf.
Yeah.
Bookshelf, but without the books, so I don't have to like push them onto the floor.
You know, just one of those shelves that's kind of for something else, but we don't want those things. Yeah.
Good old-fashioned sleeping shelf, you know.
Yeah. um, oh no! It's
I mean, I
really
can make you a bunk bed if you want. I guess that's the closest to a bookshelf.
Yeah, they're kind of the same thing, right?
Right?
No, this
Without
is
the
perfect. No, this yeah.
Parents out there, don't buy bunk beds. Just reuse your bookshelves.
Yeah.
Stick a mattress on there.
Yeah.
Good.
It's fine. You just sleep around the space. No, it's perfect. Thank you. And there's space for you. You guys can stay in here if you want, but also, oh my god, I have my own space.
Aw.
Yeah, and I want you to think of it like home, because I mean, I know it's my house or my uncle's house, but it's your home too now. So
Oh, I think Skia actually starts crying a little bit.
oh, I am so sorry.
I'm fine. It's fine. Home's a weird thing, you know. But no, I appreciate it. This is
I
cool.
didn't mean to. I
Oh,
didn't mean to
no, I'm
upset
fine. It's dusty in here. You should have, like, you know,
Cleaned.
cleaned.
Yes,
It's just.
I thought the dust would like add to the atmosphere.
It makes it does make the atmosphere. You're right. It's absolutely the right choice. I'm gonna try with my daggers now.
Yeah. Okay. I'll get out of the way.
She just gives him another hug, like before he goes. I really am grateful. Thanks.
Anytime. And he hugs her back, and then leaves. And just before he opens the door, but then remembers something and turns around. You can't take the knives out of the house.
She's got them all in her hands already.
Yeah, the never-ending dagger thing. Like, basically, long story short, I don't want to bore you with all the hypothetical rules. But we're in a pocket dimension, so anything made inside the house, it can't leave. It will just stop existing, basically.
Just clatters, lets them all drop to the floor. Okay. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's other than that, it's perfect. That, you know. That's
Sorry about that, but
no, it's still great. It's still great. I don't want to sound ungrateful. That's really great. It really is great. So if I lose these knives, it doesn't matter.
No.
Amazing. She just starts throwing them around.
With that,
Good night.
Night.
and with that, you all eventually settle for the evening. And you can take a long rest if you need them.
Yeah, boy.
Hell yeah.
And that's a perfect place for us to take a little break.
Short rest.
Yeah, we will take a short rest too. We're going to take a quick break and we will be back. I will say 5 o'clock. Is that enough time for everybody? If you're a few minutes late, isn't a problem.
Give or take a couple of minutes, yeah.
We will be
Yeah.
go stretch, grab yourselves a drink, and we will see you shortly.
Love you, bye.
Bye.
And we're back. So apparently we've got a new game, and I've just got Michelle to count us in the voice of Skia. So that was perfect. Welcome back. I hope you all had a lovely break and managed to grab a nice drink and everything. Before our break, our friends have been having some much-needed R&R and a chance to catch up with their friends in the research team back at the mansion. Some conversations, a small revelation in as much as how Evelyn, Eugene's sister, managed to convince Amerigon to work for her, and some spying too, apparently, just for the dramas. But it's all been fun. You guys all have a night's rest, long rest if you need it. If not, do not worry. You get back your spells and your full health pool, as well as reduce any exhaustion or remove most statuses. You wake up, well, apart from Aisling, do you sleep tonight or do you sit up and awake?
I think I might sleep.
Yeah? You sleep, and the following morning I would like you to roll me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, feck it. Okay. Okay. That's 14.
14. You wake up refreshed
Uh-huh.
and feeling healthy and not strained. It's almost like a normal night's sleep like you had before you and Alabaster
my
got
God.
together.
Oh my god.
So there you are. That's the first positive news for the day.
Yeah.
Anyone kind of, you get up in your own time. Tythig Perb is one of those older people who just doesn't really sleep. He sleeps, but he doesn't seem to sleep as much as everybody else. So he's pottering around with a pot of coffee as you all appear one by one. Most of the research team apparently stayed up too late, adding notes about the Maragon and discussing and debating. I have a question for Eugene. Did Gree and Eugene cuddle up in the library together, or did they go their separate ways last night?
I think they definitely stayed up too late reading and then, fell asleep together in the library.
Cute. I think you're both woken up by Bonnie, who comes in with a pair of cups of coffee, just plonks them down and just goes, do try and find your way back to your bedrooms every once in a while, lovelies.
Yeah.
Adorable.
You're muted.
I said, well, they can always just sleep on that perfectly good shelf.
The library's full of beds.
Yeah.
One by one, you make your way down, and I think you gather around breakfast. Here's a question. Does Aisling do the ritual by herself, or does she wait until she can talk to Eugene?
I think she'd probably try it by herself in her room before she emerges.
Amazing. So you
Yes,
set up.
you're a strong, independent woman who don't need no man.
Nuh-uh.
I'm telling you.
You put the ritual together, and you inscribe the symbols. I'd like you to do an Arcana check. It's not a high DC because you've done it twice now.
Well, that's good, because my Arcana is shite. Okay, that's 15.
15. The runes flare. That strange.
That makes her jump every time. She's
That strange miasma drops into the room and becomes, the light bleeds out and the colour dims ever so slightly. And Clementine, who's sitting next to you, watching you the whole time, kind of fidgets over and opens her mouth and says, "Bloody hells, Ashling!"
What?
It's about time you found a better way to get in touch.
What? What?
What?
Have you always been able to do that?
Possibly. Clementine appears to be a reasonable conduit. I can't do this long because the spell has a limited time. Are you all right?
Yes, ish. Well, this morning, yes. Sometimes, no. Wait, wait.
Limited time.
Yeah.
Actually, I cannot emphasize this enough. Try and keep your questions specific. I'm pushing the limits of what I can do here.
Okay. Do you need me to come and get you? Are you like having a terrible time?
No, but other people are.
Oh. Wait, I thought you were in danger. I thought you were all angry and in danger and having a bad time.
Oh, I am, but my best solution to that is to pull limbs off of people. Which seems to be going
Cool.
quite well.
Okay,
Yes,
gross.
not sure it's indefinite, but I think you've got some time. So, if you have anything urgent there, take precedence on that. I can
Right.
hold out a couple of months, maybe.
Months.
Yes, I'm
Okay.
quite powerful. I don't know if I've told you this.
Yeah, you are. But there are these like moments where I kind of feel like I might be dying.
Yes, there are moments where you are actually dying,
What?
but I'm not letting it happen. So,
Does that do anything to you, or are we good?
I mean, you may be borrowing a wee smidge of that wonderful and almost inexhaustible level of power that I carry around, but it's nothing that a great demon like me can't deal with.
Got unlimited time, Ashling. No. Right.
But,
Okay.
Yes, I mean, I'm trying to find a solution from my side. I don't think you rushing to my side is going to put us back together or solve it. It's just going to put us both in the same situation. But
We're going to be able to be back together, right?
I don't know.
Okay.
And as soon as I can, I'm going to make a break for things and see if I can have a conversation with our friend with the big spear and see if she has any indications. But,
Okay.
I've been somewhat preoccupied by some of Fire's forces who...
Oh.
Yeah, yes. They're still here, still being a pain.
But you're okay, though.
Honestly, I'm frightened. I'm frightened for you. I
Okay.
don't like this. It makes me angry.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that vicious old crook stole our time together. And when this is all done, irrespective of what I do, I'm going to pay him a visit. And I hope Eugene doesn't mind, but I might come back with some trophies.
Wait, not limbs.
Better check that actually with Eugene before because Eugene's a friend, so I don't want to upset him.
But books, not limbs.
Oh, that's an idea. Yeah, sorry, I hadn't thought about that one.
Okay, yeah. If I may be so bold as to suggest, maybe don't do the limbs bit. Him, even though I think that.
I mean,
would
if a
be
tiny bit of limb happens to be stuck in a book,
maybe an appendage, maybe a digit or two, but he's a bit ridiculous. But yeah, maybe like books. But okay, other thing before you go, temples right now, because you're there and I'm here. Can we still use the box to open them? What if we find one in like the next week?
Oh, wait. That was you. You did that.
Me?
Yeah.
But the box
But no, that was nothing to do with me. I drew the power back into us to make us stronger. But you were the person who opened things.
What if I can't? What if I can't get it back afterwards?
Oh, well, I don't know. But I think you're safe to open. I mean, if you don't... If we don't draw it into us, I think it just returns to the Sky Shield.
Oh.
I've been borrowing the power that was left behind for us from the Sky Shield and putting it back through us to make us
Wait,
stronger.
it's not your fucking fault. The temples have stopped working, is it?
No.
That would be annoying.
That seems unlikely.
Unlikely. Okay.
I mean,
That's fun.
I think from the perception we're getting, things were right royally fucked when you first found me.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, they weren't great, were they? Okay. Okay, so if we did find a temple, it would be okay. I wouldn't melt, and you wouldn't
I
melt.
am pretty certain that's the case. On a scale of...
Oh, shit.
Clementine just...
I'm just poking him, Clementine. Alabaster!
Arr.
Ew. Oh. Okay. Bye. Rude. Hang up on me.
The devil that you are trying to reach has been disconnected.
Credit ran out.
Okay.
Oh, ran out of credit.
Ran out of coins to put in the slot.
I need to go to McCoy's, put some credit on my phone.
Such a niche reference.
That is a niche one, that one. Okay. All right. Well done, Clementine. Are you all right, Clementine? Is that okay? You got a wee bit. You got a little bit possessed there, babe. You okay? Yeah, you're so good, little Clementine. You're okay. All right. Cool.
Starts gnawing on a chair leg.
Clementine's okay. You're a good little frog. All right. Well, that was terrifying. Okay.
You can make your way down to go and tell the others what just happened if you wish. Or you can keep it to
immediately. Immediately. I will. Is everyone up and in one place?
Yeah, I
think
think
so.
so. Yeah.
Alright, cool.
I mean, I think Rock would be down quite early.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I do think that Eugene and Gree probably enter the breakfast situation together because they were in the library together.
Immediately
and they didn't really
eyed
think
it.
that through.
Are they, the two of them, just kind of slightly entwined, reading, like comparing notes on a book that you were talking about yesterday? Yeah, I think that's why.
Adorable.
So cute.
I think as soon as they come in, Rock's going to have coffee and literally was just going to do that.
Oh my god. Alright, well, I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna be holding Clementine because I'm dragging her around the house. And I'll just burst in. Be like, Clementine got possessed!
What?
What?
Yeah!
I'll do it. Give her here.
You're not an exorcist.
Wait, no, wait. Hold on. Don't, wait. No, it was a good thing. I did the ritual thing. I'll plop Clementine on the dining table as we're talking.
Oh my god,
just
actually, we're
crawls through the
eating.
crockery.
Yeah, he's a good baby.
Ugh.
Yeah, and I did the whole ritual thing to like get in touch with Alabaster. And fucking Clementine started talking. He was in her, channeling himself into her, and it was the whole thing. It was great, and we got to have a proper chat.
Oh, wow, that's great.
More than like a couple of words.
Did you ask
okay,
any
what
relevant
did
questions?
he say?
I did, Rock. I actually remembered to, eventually, and yeah, he seems to be like not actually doing that bad. He's having a great time ripping limbs off of baddies, which seems okay. And he says we've got at least a couple of months where he's cool, just doing his thing. Apparently we could use the box to do the temples because apparently that was actually me who did that and not him, which is Surprise.
I think at that point, Eugene just nudges Ashling's like, "See, I told you."
Yeah.
Questions, theories, lots. My mind's racing. I can only speak for me, but theory, and Eugene, you might be able to kind of come up with this one. And if you want to roll an Arcana check to see what you think might have happened.
29.
29. Demiplanes, like the mansion, exist out of standard reality. They are closer to the ways, and therefore closer to other dimensions. So basically, doing the ritual,
you get better reception.
You got better reception. I think, and then this is basically what Gree says as well, is like, I think you are closer to Alabaster, so therefore it was easier for, and because Clementine is a real but not real entity created by Eugene for you, the connection is easier to transfer through another living being.
Okay, that makes sense.
Clementine is chewing on a cup.
Okay, well,
delightful.
It was good, even though it scared the shit out of me because she's never done that before, and I was, it was good, and I feel a bit better. And apparently, when I feel like I'm dying, I kind of am, but Alabaster's keeping me not dying, and it takes a little bit of his energy, but not as much as I was worried about.
So he can keep you from not dying, even apart, yes?
Yes.
Do you get
Aisling.
the sense that he's hiding things from you, Aisling?
I don't know, I was just too excited to talk to him.
That tracks.
Also, and I think this occurs to Eugene with that 29, because I'll let it roll over because it was such a good roll. Alabaster said months. Is that months in the realm of dust and shadow, which is amorphous time? Or months in the material plane?
How are we supposed to tell? Well, I mean, we don't. There's a lot of things we don't know here, so nobody freak out. But remember how when we went there during the test, it had been 2 years. But for us, it had only been like, minutes.
Oh God, it'd been minutes.
Yeah, so
What?
I don't think that we should like freak out. That I don't think we should worry right now.
Too late.
But
Also, he didn't say like it's 2 months and then he's going to just cease to exist. He just said we have some time. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think if there was a hard deadline where at which point he would cease to exist or something terrible would happen, he would have said, we literally have this long. I think if he gave you a sort of vague estimate of a couple of months, I think that's a pretty good sign that it's not a hard deadline. So regardless of how long it is in this time, I don't think you have to panic, but it is a very good point that we probably can't just sit back and wait for too long.
I mean, you can keep checking in with him, right? You can do the ritual, so you can.
I mean, the next time you check in, if you ask him how long it's been, that may give us some idea of what it's like.
Yeah,
I don't know if
it's
it's
a good idea.
variable thing, but it might be worth checking.
Yeah, does it change? Can we do some maths and work out how?
Well, I'm sure
how
somebody
long?
in the house could. Yes.
Look at Eugene immediately.
Well, I
can do
mean,
that.
we'd have to. Yeah, I'm sure we can do that.
Okay.
We have a research team. I'm sure one of them can manage.
I can head up on that if you want to keep it quiet for now.
Yeah.
You're going to head up
please.
on the maths, are you?
Yeah. I like maths. Maths makes sense. It's logical. I mean, most runes... most magic spells are built upon mathematical fundamentals of how to channel energy, and I am talking too much.
Ruin magic.
I've only just started getting my own magic. Don't ruin it by making it
Yeah, but
maths.
your magic's different. It's less maths.
Yes, nothing adds up with your magic.
Okay,
Less mass,
good.
more vibes.
Yeah. All right, good. Okay.
I said that right?
Yeah, as far as I know. But I mean, don't take my word for these things.
Couple of boomers over there. Did I use vibes right? Is that the word?
Do they still say dude?
Dude, hashtag dude.
Greet is over 1,000 years old, technically.
Exactly.
Oh, no wonder he's so dumb.
Okay, so now Aisling is definitely freaking out. But that's fine. Okay.
I think Rock's going to just, sort of, if he can, if he's sitting close enough, will try and reach across the table and just put his hand on Ashling's hand and just say, "How are you feeling today, though?
I feel alright.
Physically feeling okay?
Physically fine.
Well, that's good. That's a
That's good.
really good thing, because it means
Yes.
that it's getting easier for you to be a bit more stable with this exchange of energy. So that's all a very good sign.
Okay. How long do you think has passed now?
I don't know, but you're probably going to get really tired of thinking about that, and probably really annoying, so I'd rather you didn't.
It started off so caring and went downhill so quick. Darling, it's all right. You're going to be really fucking irritating if you get anxious about this.
Can you just not?
Just
All
stop
right.
being a
Lovely
mutant.
We will help you work it out, but don't do that every few minutes. That really don't. It won't help anyone.
How many minutes is a few?
Any.
Any.
So that's okay. So you've got in touch with Alabaster, right? So we at least know that he's surviving and apparently ripping off limbs, which is delightful to think about.
Yeah.
Is this a regular thing?
Oh, I
Well-
really hope not.
Alabaster ripping off limbs.
Wait, he's never ripped limbs off when you. Oh wait, you've ripped limbs off when you were a dinosaur.
You ate
Yeah.
someone.
I ate a guy.
I mean, you guys all watched Alabaster take quite a lot of glee in dismembering demons.
Yeah. Now he's quite big and quite strong, isn't he? So he can just like tear bits off.
Yeah, he is surprisingly powerful.
Yeah. So he's been having fun getting rid of some baddies.
So, and I trust your judgment, but just to play
No one
Fiend's
else does.
advocate here,
Okay.
do we? If he's so aggressive, do we really need him back?
Yes.
Okay, I will take your words on it. Just putting it out there. If he's that aggressive, he could be quite dangerous.
He's not aggressive. He's just strong. It's fine.
No, I'm
Doesn't
fairly
know his
certain
own strength. He's accidentally pulling the limbs off of demons.
that doesn't make me feel better.
No, it's the bad guys though. It's okay.
That does make me feel a bit better.
Yeah.
It's not your limbs he's pulling off, so it's fine.
No, you still got all yours.
That should make you feel a lot better.
And he's all about keeping us lot alive. That's like his whole thing.
Okay.
Anyway, I think let's worry about one thing at a time, shall we?
Yeah.
Like, for
I
now,
don't really
let's
want to
just-
find out what happens after 2 months. So I'd
Yeah,
rather.
Okay.
Well, if you do the ritual tomorrow, then you'll have some time frame. So
Yeah.
there's no point worrying about it until tomorrow, and then we'll act accordingly then.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yes. What if I die before? Yes.
He's not gonna let you die.
But what
We're
if he
not
dies
gonna
before
let you
tomorrow? What if it's been 2 months already?
Maybe he's already dead and you're actually fine.
Fuck.
But you're
Okay.
fine, so
Okay.
that
Someone
was
needs
meant to be a
distract
positive
me.
thing.
Someone needs to distract me because I'm spiraling.
Here, throw this! Throw my dagger.
Okay.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
I like
Oh,
having Skia
Jesus.
here. I don't feel like I'm the only awkward person here.
Ashley throws the knife
Wow.
that Skia gives her.
What did you just say, Gray?
I didn't say anything. I'm reading my book over here, away
Yeah.
from you.
Yeah. You read over
Dangerous.
there.
Heavily armed
Frightening,
one.
pointy lady. Okay. About this sort of time that Tythe, kind of, who's been sitting at the edge of the table, just kind of taking this all in, kind of pulls back the top of his paper and just goes, well, that's one less thing for us to worry about.
Oh, fucking hell, where'd you come from? Jesus.
I've been here all morning. Rock and I were having a
Sneaky.
conversation when you arrived.
Okay, right. Well, I didn't notice that, did I?
It's the newspaper. As soon as he's behind it, you can't tell.
It's a human-sized
No
newspaper,
object permanence for
gnome-sized
Ashley
person.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May as well be gone.
I think that's all incredibly positive, and Gree's concerns aside, I think Alabaster has proven to be a stalwart ally for our cause from point one. We're still not 100% certain what he's getting out of it, but we at least know that he wants to keep you all alive.
Yeah.
And
For now.
And he wants to repair the Sky Shield. So whether that's... And it seems, from what Ashling's told me, this seems to be more instinct than anything. Almost like he's driven to make this right.
Yeah,
Does that
sounds
seem
like
accurate?
it.
I think we trust
Yeah.
in that for now. And
Okay.
try and help him as quickly as we can, but not to drive ourselves insane about it.
Yep.
So we'll put that on. I'll put that on the close watch list of things that we have
Close
going on at the
and
moment.
Quick watch.
In the
please.
meantime, I do believe your sister is due to arrive at some point today. Might be handy if you meet her before anyone else does, just in case you need some private information before she can get whisked away in official function.
Yes. Yes. I mean, we were planning to go down to show Skia the Sky Dock anyway, so we can head to Sky Landing and yes, well, we can do a little walk down and show you some of the city as we head down. How about that?
Yeah, that sounds great. Do you think I should, like, disguise myself? I'm just thinking, if anyone knows who I am and sees me talking to Campbell, that might, I don't know, raise suspicions.
I mean, I hadn't really thought about it, but I suppose if the dancers are being targeted, it might not be a bad idea for your own safety, too.
Yeah, people might be watching
For
her.
now,
Yeah.
do you know of a way to contact any of the dancers who may be in Clouds Cairn? I mean, that we could maybe just try and find out if they're actually okay. I mean, based on what we know from elsewhere.
Not really. We don't.
Okay.
We're not really connected like that.
Yeah. You haven't got like a secret code or something. Yeah.
I mean, there's a thing I could try, but it's not a definite thing that will happen.
Okay. Okay. But no, it was just a thought because if we know that they are safe, then, well, to be honest, that doesn't really help us because we don't even know if we can trust them.
Exactly.
If I might interrupt there for a second, and this is for Skia, you're quite right. Like, you won't know who's operating out of the city unless you have been assigned to work with them. However, one of the things you can do whilst you're walking around the city is you can keep an eye out for cant and symbols. Because one of the things that the dancers do is they utilize existing thieves' code to communicate to each other.
Cool. Then, yeah, Skia will have that thought, and when we're out and about, she will keep an eye out for that stuff, but not necessarily say that's what she's doing these guys.
Well, okay. Well, let's just work on the basis that for today, at least, you're going to disguise yourself,
Yeah.
and then we can reevaluate once we've spoken to Campbell, and also, once we have thought about it a bit more.
I can do that for you if you want to save your magic.
Yeah, could you just make me look like me, but just like a regular half-elf? Regular elf
yeah,
thing?
absolutely.
Cool.
Elf.
Not falling back on Tiefling Guy Tiefling.
Oh, Tiefling Guy Tiefling was such fun, but no.
Such fun.
Such fun.
Yeah, I mean, the moustache was brilliant.
It was. It was.
I mean, the easiest disguises are the ones that are closest to who we are. And kind of just reaches into his pocket, and I was enchanting because I wanted to make sure Evelyn had a spare just in case some Bob dropped his. There we go. And pulls out a small, very plain-looking silver ring, and hands it to. And I'm afraid I can't do it in person. As but hands
Not
it
with that
to you.
attitude.
Wayne, quickly run around. Which has got runes engraved on the inside, and this is a ring of disguise self. So once per day you can cast disguise self on yourself without use of a spell slot.
Nice.
Amazing. Is it like the normal spell that lasts for an hour, or is it?
No, he's much more skilled than that. It lasts for half a day.
Oh,
No, this is his enchantments are his thing. So.
oh my goodness, this is great, Gree. Thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, he's had 1,000 years to practice.
Don't be salty because you don't get a gift, Rock.
You don't need a gift. I am a gift.
Sweet enough already.
Right. Well, if you're ready, once you've done your disguisey stuff, then. Oh my God! I would never have guessed. We can just do a walk through town, shall we?
Yeah.
Eugene, Aisling, are you ready, or
Yeah,
anything else
I
you
don't
want to do?
Don't want
Yeah.
to be left alone. with my
Aisling, put the
thoughts.
frog back in your room.
Fine.
It's just going to disappear if you take it out the door, and then you'll get all
I'll
upset
never
again.
take her out the door, but she's enjoying the dining table right now.
Well, the dining table is... Oh, fine, whatever.
Not enjoying her.
You stay there, my little citrus baby.
I have a few errands to run, but if you want, Eugene, shall we meet up this afternoon and we can carry on researching?
Sure. Yeah, that would be great.
Please message me if you need me at all. I'm going to stay in the city today, so I'll be around if you need my help. And then there's kind of this awkward moment where Gree is very aware of the fact that everyone's watching, and then this kind of stilled moment of bravery, and just leans in and gives Eugene a nice kiss. Then goes bright pink and wanders away.
Get a room.
Get a bookshelf! Rock intentionally will not say a thing or like even change facial expression. Will literally just stand like completely deadpan, not say or say or move or anything, just like that.
So he just kind of walks away, and I think you will hear the of a dimension door being cast as he gets out of sight.
Don't blame him. Don't blame him.
Right, absolutely justified.
Right, shall we?
Yeah, let's go.
And the four
Please,
of you,
gods, let's go.
the four of you leave the house, leaving Tithig Perb sitting there with his newspaper and his breakfast. And he kind of pulls it down, looks at Clementine, and goes, "Well, don't look at me. I'm not feeding you."
She's busy eating all the crockery. It's fine.
Yeah, Clementine gums on a plate.
Oh.
I think as we leave, Rock is just going to say also to Aisling, and just go, "Oh, Aisling, when we see Rebecca, we should probably ask if we can get Skia one of the badges as well, because she's now one of us. So remember to ask her." Okay, good. Yeah, and then I think Rock's going to just like lapse into proper like tour guide mode and walk Skia through and point out everything and where Aisling nearly fell down the metal ladder and into the
Where Aisling fell down the well, where Aisling fell down the wall, where Aisling fell down.
And the alleyway where Aisling got kidnapped the first time, and
Oh my god,
the
can you do a
place-
recreation?
No,
and the place where Eugene had the spectral pat down, and
So from this point, you're taking Skia to Lowtown and then to the sewers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the scenic route, all right?
and
at
the
least
merchant-
past
merchant's
those
favourite,
areas.
Great
Yeah.
place to look for thieves' camp, though. Let's be honest.
Yeah, they are all
Good point.
very good places to look for thieves.
And then I'll
That's
point
the point.
out where Loot's shop is, where the bakery is, and the tavern, the nice one that we went to.
I can't remember which one that was off the top of my head.
I don't know.
There is
yes.
in the High Spire. There is where you guys are. There's there is a really nice pub that you went to. It's the first time that you had Kobold's bit was at
Ogre's Rest.
the Ogre's Rest. Yeah. But I think you went drinking somewhere there as well. So there's a lot of nice bars. Oh, it's the one where you had a
Aisling
near
and
breakdown about about Eugene's mum.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We're theorizing.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll just do that and just kind of like every now and then.
Yeah, one of the tables in that tavern is just covered in like scrawling.
Yeah.
Crime lord? Question mark, question mark.
And then
Exactly.
crossed out underneath it, no way. And then that crossed out, yes way. Okay.
100%.
I mean, and you're
Yeah,
not
and then just, like-
entirely 100% that Valindra hasn't done crimes either. So, like, you're not.
We
entirely
never
certain
cleared
you're
that
wrong.
up. So
Yeah, no, Rock's not betting on it either. He's met them now. Yeah, and then just checking with Aisling and Jean as we're going. Like, anywhere else we need to go? Where do we need to do? We need to take Skia anywhere else? Anything else she needs to know in the city?
we got attacked there, and we got attacked there. There were some spooky things over there. There was a body over there. Rock poked it. He was trying to check it, but he just like stabbed
I
it.
was
a bit. It was
searching
really
it
grim.
for.
Fuckery.
And,
They take you on this really weird and Clouds Cairn is not the same size as an imperial city, but it's not small. And they go this really strange, a really roundabout way, and they take you through some really nice areas and some really not nice areas.
the
But
fun bits.
yeah, but you still feel safe. Clouds Cairn is one of that places, like, it's one of those places where even in some of the rougher parts, it's more of a case of just people don't have money. It's not as dangerous. If you want to keep an eye out for Cant, make me a perception check.
Hell.
I think Rock, while Skia is kind of doing that and looking around and stuff, Rock will also make an intentional effort to wave or acknowledge anybody who he sees that's like part of the River Rats or that he thinks maybe he knows from magpies or whatever. And anytime he sees one of them, he will telepathically tell Skia like they're in that group or that gang.
Cool.
So that Skia is getting to grips with that side of the city as well.
Oh, amazing.
So,
I'm just gonna fix my chair, BRB.
no worries. The magpies are harder to spot because of the way that they operate, and they operate like the dancers in very small cells. Julie is the person to talk to if you want to connect with the Clouds Cairn magpies as they are in the moment, because you know the group that you were working with have disbanded.
Yeah, I think it's more anybody from any known organizations or things that I am aware of. Or even if there's like, this is where the so-and-sos normally hang out or whatever, like just, even if it's just in terms of the politics and the merchants and stuff, just anything that would help Skia get a better idea of what's going on in the city.
Perfect. And you were at in the city quite a long time before everyone else, so you have a better feeling of that sort of thing. So with your help, Skia can have an advantage if she feels that she wants to take it.
Amazing, thank you.
And I think it's when you get closer to this is one of the things that's strange about Clouds Cairn. You have never seen this much water in one place. It has a running river that goes through the heart of the city, not a series of wells and reservoirs that are defended so that water distribution is fair and even, but actual water that people use to wash their clothes and draw up and just boil off on the side for drinking water and things like that. People are using it to like paddle boats, not only to ship materials up and down from Merchant's Favour into the city's heart, but also for fun.
Wild.
It's this really bizarre, for us as people who live in countries where this is not a problem, it's really kind of feels like a very normal thing. To Skia, this is bizarre. Running water is very rare in the Empire. Most of the water is caught by rain catchment and then stored in reservoirs.
That's very interesting.
Rock purposefully points out several people on punts and barges as they go past. A particularly spends time shouting back and forth with a handsome blonde-haired non-binary halfling, who looks like, kind of gives you a look over as if reading your movements and things, as if working out if you're dangerous or not. And I think you recognise, as someone who has that skill set, this is someone who is the same type of rogue as you. Standing behind them is a much darker, paler looking halfling who kind of looks a lot more nervous, but gives a happy wave to these three as they go past. And they're gone within a few minutes. So
I just make sure to make eye contact with them. That like kind of not a super knowing nod.
Same
like
hat.
Same hat. Yeah.
Exactly. that kind of like that subtle. Yeah, I see it. You got the same skills. Yeah, you game.
Yeah.
Like when you spot a fellow queer in a coffee shop. A knowing nod. The other thing I think Rock will take joy in is also like taking the Skia through what appears to be like quite rough and not kind of well-to-do areas and stuff, but knowing people there and being friendly with people there, and because I think it's the first time he's had to kind of show Skia that this is kind of who he is now. It's not like when he was in the Empire. Those were there are people of every kind of status and stuff that he knows here now.
And you do find that a lot of nobles in this city, there are nobles in this city and there are rich people in this city, but they do seem to be less cut off from those.
Like there's less of a divide.
Yeah. And it's more of a case of they've got money because the job they do pays them better, or they were born into wealth, rather than it is my God-given right, and under the Empire's auspice, you are my servant, and I should expect nothing less from you.
Yeah.
So you see, like, noble ladies in really fine garb laughing with women in like much drabber, sort of like just kind of having a laugh and talking about their children and families and things. What did you roll, by the way?
With Rock's help, I got a 28.
Ooh. There are lots of markings for where you are looking for them, and they are in the places you expect them. Some of them seem to indicate the magpies are about. You know of the magpies. Again, professional courtesy and acknowledgement. You even see some symbols that recognize as shadow blades now from your time in New Doan.
Oh.
And
Nice.
you do spot a couple of older markings of dancers saying that they are operating in the area. And it's around warehouses where Imperial goods are being bought in, and you get the impression
Makes sense.
they're checking where this is going and making sure that there's no smuggling, or the goods are not being used against the Empire in any way.
Cool. Cool. I think Skia's not going to act on it necessarily right now. She's just going to make a note of like, okay, this area, this where I can like see if anyone responds to my ring, or worst case, if I really need to find someone, I'm like, okay, that tavern over there is a great hiding spot. Someone working there might be a good, She's just
and that's
getting
the
a
sort of
bit
information that you're kind of getting from that as well, and also marks as well. People that are okay to rob, and people that you shouldn't touch, or are protected, or they're poor, so they should be left alone. That sort of thing.
Yes. Yeah, I think if Skia can, she'll try and find someone who's like protected, but not like don't rob them because they're poor or whatever, but like this house is kind of under the protection. So worst case, she's like, I could go there, maybe cause a bit of a kerfuffle to pull them out.
Yep, that seems reasonable. So get their attention, or maybe see if they're an agent.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
It's also sneaky.
It is.
So sneaky.
And I think, Rock, you recognise this from your time with the magpies. You don't necessarily see the same things that she's seeing, but you recognise that look from Joy. Used to do it when the two of you were out and about in the city. He'd be looking at things that you couldn't see.
I think Rox was intentionally kind of trying to open that kind of up to Skia by doing this kind of weird tour. And also, to make sure that he tells Skia about all the amazing things that him and Aisling and Eugene have done.
Of course.
Oh, we haven't shown Skia the... Actually, you know what? Never mind. You
No,
don't care about
What?
the bookshop. You don't want to see the bookshop.
Oh, no, the bookshop's it's a very interesting bookshop. We know we should definitely go past there.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, it's really cool. They have a lot of text that you can't find anywhere else. And Ash is really awesome. She owns it.
Okay.
Actually, she's very knowledgeable, I think, about the city as well as sort of book knowledgeable. So, yeah, it may be good for you to meet her.
And there's
Okay.
some books with like really gross illustrations in them too.
Nice. I mean, cool.
Even
Sweet.
before Aisling picked them up.
Yeah, it wasn't even me.
Oh, you didn't draw them? Even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can go to the bookshop. That
How
would
many
be...
times do I have to tell people that you can't draw in books
They haven't done any drawings
unless
in them.
You
they
can.
belong to you?
You can if they're missing drawings.
They're missing them. They're
Okay, please
fucking
promise me
broken.
if we go into Ash's bookshop that nobody will draw in any books.
Okay, I promise.
I can't
Skia?
promise that. I won't.
Well, you have to pay for them if you get caught.
Okay.
Okay.
I have to pay for them if I get caught.
Skia.
Skia's like a
note-taking.
genie. You have to be so careful how you word things.
Yeah.
Your note taking is both impressive and also slightly concerning now.
Look, it's
Proper
fine.
Memento style, covered in stuff.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
do. I
and-
mean, you're
but-
in, You're in the. I mean, Ash's shop is actually in the Merchants District, which is quite close to Sky's Landing anyway. So
Cool.
it's
Okay.
a good chance for you to do so. Yeah, and you find this beautiful, kind of a little older shop, shabby around the edges, but that's just because it's just not been up. It has like a lot of buildings, they wear out when the weather. It is piled high with books. They form something of a labyrinth inside, like floor to ceiling in some places. Barely can see out of the glass yet. Somehow it's still quite light inside. And as you get inside, you hear from the back, hang on, I'll be right there. Just bear with me. I am. And then you hear a collapsing pile of books, and he goes, or I can come right now. And this very friendly, warm-looking human woman with very dark skin and a huge, big waterfall of curly hair that just kind of seems to be out of control, and ink marks on her face, and big rimmed glasses, and this very practical but beautiful red dress that she wears that kind of just catches the eye, kind of wafts around the corner. Okay, how can I... Oh, Eugene! Hello. And Rock and Aisling, thank you. Hey, coming back to visit. And she just grabs Eugene and kind of looks at him and goes, you look amazing. I like your hair longer. Shh, I will flatter you in a minute.
Bright red.
Wow, this is a nice surprise. I haven't seen.
Oh, we brought our friend Skia to meet you.
Oh yeah, the one skulking around in the shadows.
Skia,
She's not stealing anything, right?
Oh, well, welcome. Is this your first time in the city?
Maybe.
Is it?
Well, half elves are very welcome here, and
thank you.
if anyone ever gives you any lip, you come and see me.
Oh, thank you. Your name is Ash, correct?
That's right. Yes.
Oh, lovely to meet
And
you, Ash.
most people in the city know who I am, so I am on the Merchants Guild. So, are we looking for anything particular? Just a browse? I always do like a good browse myself. So,
I mean, while we're here, it would be rude not to.
I mean, we've got time.
Yeah, there's so many beautiful books here.
Okay, say no more. Eugene just heads.
and that was the permission that Eugene was waiting for.
I think Rock's like, of course we've got time to browse, and then is literally just going to sit down like at a chair near Ash's desk or whatever, because he knows full well who's going to browse and who's not. I wait here while they browse.
So you have a wander around and have a look. There's not a lot in terms of as Eugene has seen before. There's not a lot in terms of practical magical books or things like that. There's a lot of history tomes and theory tomes, lots and lots of stories.
Ashling's in the kids' book section.
Yeah, lots of children's books. Some brand new, really decently penned, and some of them like ancient favourites. She pops a book into Rock's hands as she wanders past, which is Faldil Favors, book of favourite poems, and has a big champagne glass etched in the front. It's lewd poems. But funny.
The lusty Argonian maid.
Yeah, and things like that. Yes.
I think so. Rock goes, "Oh, what's that?" And then opens it, sort of reads the first one, just goes, "Oh, like that's just." And
What
then
is
carries
it?
on reading.
Brilliant, right?
I'm horrified. This one's quite good.
Rock has discovered literary smut.
Yeah, always smut to be had. Is Eugene looking for anything in particular, or is it just a general sort of look to see if there's anything new or exciting?
Betcha he is.
Of course. He opens his fantasy Goodreads, pulls up the list.
Yes, can I pre-order my copy of that? Ash, I was wondering, I don't suppose you have any books on Corda?
Oh, mythology? There's not a lot of history because
History?
it's...
Well, that's what I was hoping for, but I mean, I guess that's a...
let's see. And she kind of wanders up and pulls up a metal-looking ladder, which she taps, and it kind of around the corner and kind of grows up. I need to get loot to fix you. She clambers up. Let's see. Aha! Well, this is Brock Strongarm's treatise on the lessons of Feather, which they're third hand. He claims, and she comes down, it's quite heavy, dusty tome. He claims that his mother, Hannah Thunderdaughter, was a friend of Feather, and he wrote her story about their time together, and Feather talked a lot about Corda in their time. So this is hearsay, but it's one of the oldest texts on Feather Regis out there, and it is assumed, certainly well established by the dwarfs, that this is the real deal. The rest of us are a bit more skeptical, but you know how dwarves are when they're proud about something. Might be your best bet to start. Everything else, I think, is merely mythological conjecture. It was a beautiful golden city. The dragons ruled it with the humans. Blah blah blah. And then it all disappeared.
Maybe something mythological would potentially help. I'm trying to get more information on the dragons and like how they came to live in Corda.
How's your Orcish?
Rusty?
Might have a common problem.
Hey, wait, actually, don't worry. I know a spell. I know the spell comprehend languages, so it's fine.
There's an app for that.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've got Google Translate. In which case, this is Karkaraz's Stories of the Giants. And there is a huge section in here, from what I remember, that talks about Corda and the coming of humans and the coming of dragons. It is a Giantkin perspective, hence Orcish, because it's the closest language we have to ancient Giant. But yes.
Cool. Thank you.
No problem. On the house.
Thank you.
Oh, babe.
No. Turns out just knowing you is good business. A few people have seen you come in here on several times, and now they want to come to the place that the...
I do know a lot of nerds also.
Yes.
So what, you're paying her an exposure?
Oh!
Hey, she offered. I didn't.
Oh!
She's really happy to let these go. And she knows that Eugene will take good care of them. And...
She knows that nobody else in this town is going to want to read. So she might as well just give them to me.
Actually, I think much to Eugene's surprise, when he brings the books around, Rock's just going to kind of have a look at them and tap the one that's sort of the one that's about more the mythological stories and that kind of thing, and just kind of tap it and just go, I can tell you the myths about Encorda.
You can?
Yeah, we learned all about them. I mean, they were positioned as more stories
Why
and
didn't
fantasy
you
stories
say
and myths.
something?
Well, because they're fairy stories, really. That's a bad turn of phrase in this place, but they're sort of fantasy stories.
Pixie
here.
throws a book at you, goes racist.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying fairy stories aren't real. No, but yeah. So I mean, I don't know how much of them is true, but I can tell you the ones that we heard. They're quite fantastical stories. They don't sound like they could be true, but from what we've learned recently, who knows?
Okay, well, sounds good.
I mean, they're not filled with sort of facts and figures and stuff, so don't get your hopes up. But they're great stories.
I like stories. They don't have
Okay.
to have numbers in.
You always seem to be looking at books with like charts and tables and.
Those are Grease books.
I read fiction books too, thank you.
Okay. Wow, you nerds are touchy.
The only reason you're not getting fireballed is because there's books here.
Yeah. Anyway, we should probably see if my sister's arrived yet. I'm pretty sure that her ship will make its will make quite a entrance. If she's coming on official business, people will know it's from the Empire, so that's going to be entertaining. Yay! Let's go and see how they cheer the Empire.
Well, you kids have fun, and please feel free to pop back anytime you want to. I'm here if you need any help with researches. Could you tell your uncle that his books are in, and he probably should come and collect them directly? Because I think he needs to settle some of his tab.
Oh,
I'm just
I was
going
going to
to
say,
tap.
what books has he ordered that he has to come and get them
I
himself?
was going to say, Rock's going to tap the book of lewd poetry and just go, "Oh, is this one of his?"
No, that one's for you, dear. I thought you'd enjoy it.
Oh. I mean, I might browse it sometime.
And she gives Eugene a big hug, and probably Aisling afterwards as well, whether she wants to or not.
I think Aisling takes the hug, but she's still reading like a kid's book because she's well into it. It's got great drawings, this one. Yeah. So she's like, yeah, thanks. You okay? Yeah.
Oh my god, Rock's just going to put a gold piece down on the table for the book.
Thank you.
Just be like, okay, take it with Aisling, come on.
Okay, all right, yeah, cool. Yeah.
And you step back out into the street. Your friends lead you down to an open area near the mouth of a river where it opens up into a huge lake, which ends in a waterfall. You can hear the rushing water as this broad open space kind of carries on. And there are water-based ships going back and forth, having their own business. There are people actively fishing, which is weird and a stranger concept. Like, not sky fishing, fishing for waterfish.
Waterfish.
Wild.
What is this madness?
And it takes you almost a second to kind of notice the gigantic wall of docks and frames and the chugging and hum of different sky vessels as you come face to face with the sky docks.
Oh, pretty.
And I'm actually just going to pop this over to the map so that people at home can see this.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, that's weird. It's done something weird to poor Wayne. Hang on 1 second. Ah.
Oh,
What have you done?
For some reason, Wayne was huge.
Nobody needs that. Not on a Sunday
Everybody
night, especially.
does. I'm the Lord's Day. Perfect.
This artwork is actually from Sordain's Airships campaign, but I thought
lush.
it summed up the Clouds Cairn's air docks really beautifully. It is bustling and busy and filled with all sorts of people from every background. Strange people hawking odd materials to each other, loading up bits and pieces to take out to the small islands which Clouds Cairn is responsible for, that make up the nation itself, as opposed to just the main island. There are elven vessels here, homegrown with trees, unloading happily and talking to the public as friends, as opposed to the most friendly you've seen people do. There are the big, heavy stone and metal ships of the dwarves coming in from Fallen Peak. There are the elegant, colourful barges of the merchant princes of Vadaracht. There's even a few Ashore pirate vessels freebooting in the area. Shapes and sizes of all kinds. And in the middle, dark, heavy, imposing, made of wrought iron and shaped like the mouth of a dragon, is an Imperial frigate.
Subtle.
Yeah.
That is where we're going to pick up next week.
Oh, what an image. Love it.
Cool.
So, back to Clouds Cairn and getting to actually explore the city for a little bit, which is quite fun. Thank you for doing that, guys. So we will be back next week, minus Charlie. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes. Charlie won't be with us next week, but we will have Aisling buried in a book for the episode.
Go down an alley.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I'm too distracted with my fucking whatever book I bought.
Yeah.
My little Enid Blight, and I end up down a bloody alleyway.
that you bought.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry. That I took.
I think it gets to about
assumed was
2
fine.
hours into the book. It's like, wait, was I supposed to pay for this? Dear. So I think we will just have a very quiet Aisling week next week. But
Everyone will enjoy that.
It'll be uncharacteristic, but we'll survive.
But Charlie will be back with us the following week as well. So in the meantime, I'm going to let my wonderful cast let you know where they can be found, and if they have anything coming up, where you can find out what they're up to. And we're going to go with Wayne, please.
Sure. Hey, everybody. I was going to say my name is Wayne and I'll be playing rock, but we've done that part.
Round 2, let's go.
Wow, I'm doing so well today. Anyway, you can find most of my work under my business, Created by Wayne, which you can find pretty much everywhere on the internet and on the socials at Created by Wayne. My Canva course, which teaches you how to use Canva the way it's supposed to be used to actually create beautiful things and animations and videos, is currently in the middle of launch. So if you are interested in that, there is an early bird discount which expires on Monday night at midnight. So yeah, if you want to learn how to use Canva like a professional instead of like a stalker mom, do come along and join me. And otherwise, yeah, please come and say hi on socials and stuff. I'm trying to post more and be a bit better about putting stuff out there. So come and say hi and give me reasons to chat. Thanks, okay, love you, bye.
Yay! Awesome. And you've plugged your own course as well, which I'm proud of you.
Go me.
Go you.
Yeah, go you.
Theo, would you go second, please?
Sure. You can find my work at theoblueillustration.com, And there should be links on there to other places on the internet where you can find me. I have a book coming out next month.
What?
What is
Weird.
life?
And you can pre-order it from wherever you buy books from. There is a link tree that I will shove in the chat, or Wayne will shove in the chat, which has links to places you can buy it, pre-order it in the UK from LGBT plus retailers. But yeah, it would be great if you want to pre-order it. That would be nice.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It really is.
The story is gorgeous, and everything about it is gorgeous.
Thanks.
You're gonna want it.
Yeah, honestly, it really is just beyond expectations. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And if
Wonderful.
you follow Theo on Instagram, they're always posting all the beautiful fucking reviews from all these amazing fucking people
I
that have
know,
been
right?
reviewing it. So if they're hyping it up, you know you need it.
Wild.
True. It's all true. We are very proud of Theo, and we are very excited to see this out in the world. Cool. Charlie, would you go next, please?
Yes. All my stuff's at charlievince.com. That's got my portfolio and a link to my Instagram, which is pretty much my only social media at the moment. I'm pretty busy behind the scenes at the moment because it's Bologna in like less than a month. So I'm getting everything ready for that. But yeah, just gives a follow. I occasionally post some good stuff. I put some memes in my stories. You don't want to miss out on them. And of course, hi mum, love you mum.
Hi,
Mum.
And happy Mum Day to all the mums and chosen family mums and mum roll mums
Mums.
out there.
Happy Mum's
Mums.
Day, everybody.
Mums.
Mums.
Mum.
Mums.
Mums.
Mums?
I'd like to say that was the
Mums.
weirdest thing we did this episode, but it isn't.
I don't
The
even
bar's
think
real
that was
high for
weird.
that one.
It's normal, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was weird?
No, nothing.
No, I
just
don't.
odd. Michelle.
Hi. Yeah, thanks for watching and hanging out today. I don't really use social media as much anymore, but if you want to follow me, it's Feline Trickster. I will try and like get back on it. But in the meantime, I tend to just throw any art I do in the Discord. So if you want to see it, do. I said it, and I tried not to laugh.
So sorry.
All
resist.
fucking
I'm
four of
so
us.
sorry.
All of us.
You all went for it.
I was like, no, I can resist. I'm an adult. It's not funny.
I was literally
Always
just waiting
funny.
for Wayne to do it.
Always funny. It's always
Sorry,
I
funny.
can't
Michelle.
resist those things.
No, it's not like it's fine. It's good. But yeah, Discord. I share stuff there. I actually did a piece recently, which was a redraw of an old piece that I'm quite happy with. So I might share that later today.
Yes.
Also, it's not really news or anything, but I got my first tattoo like a month ago, and I just wanted to show it off
Oh yeah, you did.
It's so
because
cool.
it's anyone who knows me knows I'm a wet bitch, so I got a wet bitch tattoo.
It's
yeah.
But yeah,
beautiful.
Certified wet bitch.
Yeah.
Certified, bona fide wet bitch.
yeah.
May or may not be one of the reasons there was so much emphasis on the water for Michelle this week.
She is gonna find a love of water now, or she'll be like a gremlin. If she gets wet, it's over for you all.
Yeah.
Have a full not the brave moment with it.
Yeah.
I guess that just leaves me. You can find me at Chris Mepham RPG wherever your media is socialed, or I am usually the voice behind at Some Other Heroes, in the same sort of places. Posting fairly erratically, but I am working on things in the background. I have one of those pesky day jobs, which is a lot of fun, but keeps me busy. So I can't quite
Keeps you
do
off
as
the
much
street.
artwork as keeps me off the street. But yeah, do pop by, let me know what you're doing. Also, Wayne and I did promise this a little while ago. We've just been busy with Wayne trying to do his course and me and that. We are trying to reshape how some of the things work for some other heroes at the moment. You may have seen the updated Moments of Madness this week, which looked amazing. Thank you, Wayne, for
So pretty.
doing that. Looked really good. Came off really clearly. Has performed very well. So we're really happy with that.
The social is so weird. You change the color of something and suddenly it's like...
Suddenly makes a big difference.
I do not understand how these things work. It's all witchcraft.
Yep.
Mhm.
It truly is.
They're not the fun kind.
No.
But part of that is we are going to update the shout outs and how they work. So if you are on a project or you want to let us know about something you want shouted out, please do drop us a message at any of our social accounts, any of the at some other heroes accounts, and we will get that lined up and get it shouted out on our weekly episodes. Because we want to help. We love this community and we want to support everything that you are doing. Cool. I think that's it. We will be back next week. Have an amazing week ahead. Roll dice, tell stories, and be kind to one another. Love you lots.
Mwah. Love you, bye.
Bye.